Shigenamitsu Daikomyo. Cool. So remember, those of you that are not here last night, we're dedicating or keeping in mind this training is for a couple of our fallen warriors who've passed away recently. Ron, the original starter of this dojo, the motivator, right? And also my very good friend from the UK, Simon Yo, Bujinkan, long time. He just passed as well. So just keep that in mind as we're training, just they're still here, okay? All right, let's get going, shall we? So yesterday, we opened up with understanding about this pressure, right? So what this is tied to is this concept that we want to develop reflexes, not reactions. So you've heard the old adage, action is faster than reaction. If you're trying to react to something, you're waiting to see what the action is, which means, wait till I pull the trigger. Right? That's too late, right? So what we want to be doing is creating reflexes. And then if we have reflexes, those things are happening faster than your conscious thought. So you don't want to hardwire in bad reflexes. We already have bad reflexes. We have bad reflexes from a modern world where we sit all the time and we have technology doing everything for us. So when we're confronted with a tiger charging at us or a hippopotamus chasing us in our car, we stand there and try and get a selfie with it. You understand what I'm saying? So we want to make sure that our reflexes are appropriate for the situation. So in order to do that, you can't know, consciously, what's going to happen. If I'm getting into it with Dante, I don't know exactly how he's going to unleash his attack, what the sequence is going to be, right? But what I can do is operate on highest probability. So everything is statistics, and that's what we're dealing with, is statistics, okay? So let's just start with this drill. We did a little bit of this, but I'll borrow you, Ray, because you've already done this again. So we're here, and now what we're going to do is just feel this. I'm going to suddenly drop that pressure off. See how Ray falls into this space? Okay? And as this happens, I'm going to bop him on the head. Okay? So I'm here, and I'm going to go bop. And he's going to, just as he falls, is going to fall into Joranuke. Just simple, basic little reflex thing. Okay? So again, we're here. He's loaded up. We're both loaded up. And I'm just going to wait and try and choke him, and then boom. And notice I'm going quite fast. I'm not going to do this. Right? I'm not taking the roundabout way. I'm trying to bop him in the head. You understand? And if I bop him in the head, who cares? You understand? But we're trying to deal with real speed at this real distance. No, I'm not trying to break his face, but what I am trying to do is bop him in the head really fast so that he has to reflex, not react. Okay? So let's start with that. Let me show you something. So some of you guys have probably heard of something called Jumanji no Kata. Anyone ever heard of that? Yes. Can anyone just show it real quick?
The technique?
Huh? The Jumanji technique, yeah.
The drill? Drill.
Good. Good. Right? So, now let me show you something. Can I borrow you a minute? No, it's okay. So, when this punch is coming in, what people have done is one, and even Japanese, okay? One, two. What's happening right now in real life? So even if I block, so watch this. Punch me with this a minute, right? What's happening right now? That's what's happening right there, okay? So, do that again. I'm going to show you something, okay?
Stop.
So the thing that everyone saw as 2 is 1. And it's actually 0.7 because what would everyone do? Punch a minute is 1, 2, right. And then block it, right? But it's really just 1. It's just boom, boom. See how that just goes 1? So the movement is a spiral and it continues on. So it's just boom. It just dum, dum, dum. It hits these three all in one motion. It's a spiral that goes right into there. And that way the disrupt, it's disrupt, disrupt, disrupt. Because he's going to want to throw the second one, right? But you know, he's not going to be like, is it my turn to punch yet? No, he's already going into it. So hold your arm out a minute. What we're looking at right now is not this. Okay, not this, but 45. See how it knocks it across him like this? And then where does my weapon end up? Okay, same with, if I'm inside, it goes, it doesn't go. See how the weapon's just out of use?
Yeah.
It's literally, boom, right back into here. Does that make sense, everybody? So if you're punching me, what we're doing now is we're going, boom, boom. See what that looks like? I'm opening that door up to get in there. This is Jumanji. And it's also this. So you've seen people practicing this kind of thing before, right? And there's a whole lot of things. When someone went to Japan on any given Sunday, Soke was like, right now, we're doing it like this. And the people are like, oh, they've changed the basic. Now we got to do it like this. And then the next Sunday, Soke's like, so today we're going to do it like this, right? People are like, oh, they've changed the basic. No, Soke's just playing with different ideas of how to do stuff. And all the other teachers are too. But the fundamental basic is this go, you don't have to do anything yet. This is going to go as you're going down here. And before you get to your bottom part, this comes back up. Boom. So that this is oriented through this. Does that make sense? That's the basic. And then you can come off that basic with other stuff. So, you know, you have boom, and then this is already here. Not boom, lumbering in here, getting punched 17 times and getting hit, but literally boom, boom, boom. Which makes sense, just like we did last night, right? So as you're doing this, your blocking is going to be here. Right? So when we're doing this piece now, it's here. When I go, boom, see how his hand is going back that way? So he's trying to hit Jim over there for some reason. Deep-seated anger issues, right? He wants this to block this. So when I go, boom, see how it's just right there? The problem is he's taking this thing out. If you're moving back this way, you've got to stop that and then come forward.
Oh, yeah.
Versus if you're here and you go, boom, see how it's already forward? Mm-hmm. So it's a spiral this way, not a windshield wiper back and forth. Does that make sense? Okay? Spiral aspect. Everything is a spiral. So when you're looking at that picture of Takamatsu right there, if you didn't know that was Takamatsu, what martial art would you think you're looking at? What? What, Dan? Kung Fu. Kung Fu. Look at his clothes. Look at the whole demeanor. Okay, why? Well, he spent 10 years in.
Yeah, China. Yeah.
Okay. Chinese martial arts. Spirals. Spirals. Guess what? It's just human martial arts are all spirals. We're all spirals. Everything. When we run, it's a spiral. When we walk, it's a spiral. Everything we do is a spiral. Okay, so make this a spiral. It's a spiral. Okay, so it's doing this, but through space. Does that make sense? It's a spiral.
The skipping stones, that Hudson you're talking about, and that play.
Yeah.
So you're always here.
Those together. That's right. But it's not 3 moves, it's 1 move that ricochets, right? Good. All right. Go back to that. So now the people that were not here last night, no Pokemon, but they had a question. They have, both your question and his question are almost the same thing. And you have those questions because what we did last night was the answer to those questions. Can you articulate those questions? So, come here.
No.
Yeah. I just,
question.
you can. So he was like, what? Just do the same thing you're doing before, whatever you're saying.
Okay.
Right? I'm doing this. See how I've already broken his kamae? See how I'm just destroying his kamae? So nothing he does makes any difference. Okay? Because he's not organized behind the point of contact. So many people have practiced this, don't move. right? In the Bujinkan, I'm sure you've done this before, right? Where you're like, oh, you got your whole body behind it. Oh, forgot to do this. Sorry, you got to do this, right? So, what are you trying to do there? You're trying to organize all your pressure behind that one point. Joranuke is the same thing. Joranuke, hold your arm out a minute, is I'm organized behind this. So lay on my arm. See how he's leaning on my arm? I don't care, because I'm organized behind this. Now, if I do something like this, feel how it starts to collapse me? So, understanding that, the basis of our movement looks like this. I'm going to do it for the camera to see. I'm organized here. This is Joranuke. Now watch. This is the organization. This is the structure of this thing. Okay? I'm holding an imaginary sword, in case you were wondering. Okay? So, see how this looks? Don't do this. I mean, you can, but then your sword's in the ground, right? So, all of this is how do we stay in our optimal kamae position? Okay? This is optimal. This is suboptimal. This is cool pictures, and I'm going that way. But it is a thing. But if I'm going to fight the dude in front of me, I don't want to be doing this. You see why? Because I'm organized to go backwards. Organization for forwards means that I have to have my feet essentially forward. Does this make sense? So watch pictures of Hatsumi Sensei doing Ichimonji for the last 40 years. He looks like this. Everyone else is doing this. And he's going, just watch, it's over and over again, 40 years. Anyway, so as you're doing this, organize behind that point of contact so that when they quickly release that pressure, your body's there to be like, boom, and already take in the space. We're trying to turn on reflexes. If you try to slowly, consciously do this, it's not a reflex. It's you thinking about shit. So try to ride a bike thinking about how to ride a bike. Or hit a tennis ball thinking about how you hold the tennis racket and what the head should look like, and you'll just not hit the ball. You understand? We got to go fast enough. It's like, yeah, just hit it. Oh, there it went. So same thing here. Go fast enough that you can turn off your conscious brain to try and figure out step by step. Does that make sense? Just have some fun. So a point that will help some of you already do this. Soke used to say on something like this, don't go with your hand. It's like, don't go with your hand. Go with your elbow. And so people's like, ancient wisdom, hi sensei. You know, like, what the hell does go with your elbow mean? Your elbow's a hinge joint. How can you go with your elbow? The elbow doesn't go anywhere. It's in the middle of your arm. But what did he mean by that? He meant, how do I push my elbow forward? So come here a minute, you know me. So right now, what people instinctively do with this, no power, is they go, see how the elbow extends, everything extends out? What Soke's saying is, you go, see how my shoulder pushed forward? What it means is, push your shoulder forward so that you drive the elbow forward. So, if Hiromi's here, I'm just going to do it this way so the camera sees it, and I try to, just stand there, I try to go like this rotational move, which everyone will try to do. Everyone will try to do this rotational move. How much power in my shoulder is there to actually push this? Almost not, it's so little it's ridiculous. But then if I said, all right, how about now? So, which one of you could lay on your side in the ground, put your knuckles on the floor, and do a push-up like this? Nobody. Nobody. But all of you could get down here, put your elbow on the ground, and even one, hold your weight up on one arm. Do you understand? This is the structure we're trying to get here. So when we're doing this, when this arm drops, and she goes for the thumb, boom, see how I'm going? Not, okay? It's I'm pushing the elbow. I'm going with the elbow. Yeah, not going with the elbow.
Rob,
Not really.
could you add it? The difference is people misunderstand this.
Yeah, I've talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
So that naturally, what your brain is doing, because there's pressure here, your brain is trying to do cool ninja stuff, which looks like this. You're not consciously thinking that, but that's what your body's trying to be like.
Yeah, or even not this.
No. You're not trying to do that. But what's happening is because you feel this pressure, this is creeping up. And then you're going to
Like that.
and you're going to do that. The problem is, if this is a sword and hers is a sword, what happens next? No, this goes and kills me because this doesn't stop anything. Okay? Here, it's like, it looks like this. As she goes to cut me here, see what this looks like? What's going to happen? Right? Now, do the same thing again. What's going to happen? It's simple, right? It's just simple mathematical things here. So what we're doing is, you just cut me however you want, right? See what this looks like? See the shape look like this? So I went with, not the tip, so cut me again. Everyone's done this? Has everyone done this? Cut me. Okay? And what I'm saying is, it's not that, it's this. I'm going with the elbow. I mean, this is the elbow, right? Not the hand. I'm going with the back of the weapon, and this is super strong. And I'm attacking her next to her. Look, her sword's way over there. And mine's way over there. Instead of, her sword's way over here, and mine's way over here. Not good. Does this make sense? So we're doing the same thing with our totoku of our arms, because that's where it comes from. To is katana. Toku is to be shielded or hidden by. So we're just doing this, and when she goes to bop me in the head, boom. And see how this goes forward? So now we're on the next piece. This could come here, this could come here. Don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I do, but you got to pretend like you don't know, because it's a drill. So keep pretending like you don't know.
One more time.
Okay?
One more time. Show the last. Look, this is different from this. Yeah. No, this is good. This is bad.
Yeah. I'll show you why again. Come here. So I already know this is it's not gonna be sufficient. So even if I'm like this, look at my kamae. So she now has dominant kamae, and also just lay on my arm.
And if this will be late.
Yeah, now I can't get this off on her. Here, see how I've changed the angle? This comes free.
He's strong for both.
Does it make sense? This is just gonna give us more options in a few minutes when we do 3, 4, 5 steps. This is just step 1, right? So try this again. So, yeah, Dom and Dan are going to demonstrate this.
Yeah, they're good.
Like up this way. Just so people on Zoom can have a clue what you're doing. Good. It was good. One more time. Good. So now Dan, add another attack to that. No gap in between, just continuous. Bop, bop.
Go down. Nice one.
So now can you guys slow that down to like 10% of that speed for teaching purposes so everyone can see what actually just happened?
Great.
So what did Dom do? What? So do your second. Do the sequence again fast and change that second attack, so that Dom's not going to know what his second attack is. So what is Dom doing here? Does anybody know? I mean, what's that?
He's like, it's out of falling forward.
Yes, because he's falling forward. Can you just do it again, slow a minute? Because he's falling forward. Watch, just do 1. Boop. See, see how 1 was here? See how 2 is already here? Why? Because whatever's happening next is coming from this side of his body. Okay? Now, he can't get a kickoff from there. He has to adjust first. It's coming from the right side of his body. So Dom didn't wait to see what the next thing is. He's already occupying the statistically probable position. I know there's 3 big words for you. Right? So again, you can do it. Slow. Just 1 attack. Boom. And now, without waiting, he's already occupying this space that this has got to come through to do anything. So he's already there, right? And then he just shut that down. So if Dan had tried to go high, uppercut, kick, none of that's going to matter. None of that's not going to matter. It's all because Dom occupied the territory that he needs to move his forces through to get anywhere to Dom.
He's just keeping the hand in that space and letting the person come through.
No, this is where it gets a little bit more deep. So first do it this way. And just do 1, 2, and so watch where Dom's, yeah, oh, it doesn't really matter. Dom's good. Don't kick, do an arm punch, right? So watch Dom's left arm as he does this. See how Dom went 1, 2, and Dom, so do that again. So let me do this so I can like talk through it, okay? Boom, do your next piece. See how Dom's already here? So I need to come this way and see how I'm running. You can't tell, my shoulder's running into his forearm here. Notice his hand's past my shoulder. He's not trying to pull back. He's not trying to catch it here. No, hang on. I'm going to change direction, okay? He's not doing it from here. This is him trying to react to me. This is him trying to catch my punch or whatever. He's not doing that. He's preempting whatever my move is going to be so that when I go here, it goes, oop, and see how he's just ever so slightly, like the sword coming off the other sword. The sword doesn't stop and go, eh, you know what I'm saying? It goes twing like that. This is what he's doing. Does that make sense? So the sequence is block and immediately, it's not 1, 2, it's like 1.1. You're already on the next piece. Can we change partners and add this into it? Now watch, we're going to flip around this way so that the camera can see and you guys can see this come from this angle, and then we'll do sideways, okay? So here, when I go boom, see he's already there. So if I were coming up, if I were coming down, doesn't matter. If I try to come for the kick, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening because he's already occupied the space I need to go next. Okay, so one more time this way. You heard me smack off his arm there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I tried to get a little bit of a trick shot on there, but it didn't matter. Okay, because he's occupying the space. Right? So can we change partners and try that setup? People have already figured out a very important piece. What was the important piece that we just said, Ray, when I was back over there? Either one of you can talk about it.
Okay. I'll tell. The important piece was that you're trying to get to the shoulder so you can control it.
So you're not trying to block whatever the attack that you imagine is. That's what it looks like. But it's not that. So you do it to me. I'm just going to be the attacker, right?
Yep.
Okay. Boom. See how he's not, there was no block of my arm.
Yep.
So literally, I'm going to go slow. Boom. See, it looks like right here? Now, his brain's going to want to do this. That's what his brain's going to want to do, is shove my arm down. He doesn't need to do that. His elbow's already in the way, so I go boom, and that happens. What he's doing is this. Throw a ball at that guy a minute. That's what we're doing. Do you understand that? No, I didn't try and stop his arm from throwing the ball. I just went, dook, and moved his structure over. Does that make sense? Our goal is not what appears to be the thing. Same with Kyo and Happo. if I do this, is my goal to hurt his wrist? No. Can he get out of this? Not by fighting it. No, not by fighting it.
Not by fighting it.
Go in a way that doesn't hurt you more. Okay? So, do one more InteKyo on me. Got it? See, it doesn't hurt me more. This hurts me more. Okay, as he's here, throw this right here. Now, I'm not going to do this, but I'm saying what people are going to do right now is go. See, now he can't crank my wrist anymore. But what have I done? So the goal of a InteKyo is, obviously, if you're a white belt, it's to crank the wrist. Once you get the green belt, the goal is to get them to a worse position that you can dominate from. That's the goal. Because there's a lot of dudes in here, you can put both hands on and go till the cows come home, and you're just not going to crank the wrist. So that obviously can't be, and if you could, Hiromi can't. Do you understand? So that's obviously not the goal. The goal is to create a nervous system reaction, right, that goes, whoops, see how it does that right there? See how his body just went right into that? I didn't have to hurt him. I just did it quick enough that it turned on his reflex. Does that make sense? All of the stuff is like this. We're trying to get to a better position. That's why Soka said, control the kukan, make the kukan. What is the kukan? It's the shape of you and him. Well, this is not a good kukan because we're 50-50 here. This is a pretty awesome kukan. You understand? So we're trying to get to that. So when we're doing the sequence, I'm going to bop you in the head. You do the sequence, right? So boom, boom. I even touched his ribs there. Now, he's not super smooth, proficient at this, and effortless. You know, there's like a lot of... That's okay. He's trying to think what I want him to do right now, so it's not going to be like bicycle riding effortless. He rides terrible, by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, motorcycles is different. You don't have to pedal.
It's too many moving parts. Okay? So as you're doing this, can everyone kind of get there yet? Remember, you're going, boom, and you already know that next thing is there. You already know because that's what it has to be. They may not do anything else. You're still controlling. Does that make sense? Can everybody do this okay? Oh, let's change the attack up a little bit. And then we're going to merge these, then we're going to do some other stuff. So the next attack is just this. Okay, let's come up here a little bit closer. We've done this already, but you got to do this over and over again. So here, we're loaded up, we're even, and I'm going to go bop him in the head. So what this might look like is like, I'm like, hey, you, and you're like, dude, I don't want to fight him. Hey, you, what are you talking about? Boom. But a punch instead of a slap in the head. Does that make sense? You've seen this kind of stuff. I'm not trying to show a real fighting scene right now. Don't care about that. This is a drill. But it's a drill that you can start to understand the dynamics. We're doing Bujinkan basic. And then I'm going to go, okay? That's the attack. Let's see what you make out of it. Thank you. Good job. I make fun of stuff just so you remember it. I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of him, but not you guys. There's human nature. Remember what I said? In a fight, come here a minute, pretend we're going to fight, right? In a fight, people are doing this. They're like, don't do anything.
Oh,
Yeah. They're like,
Don't hit me again.
and they're not doing this. They're not going,
Right. Lean with their face.
Yeah.
someone does. I mean, there's drunk people or whatever, but pretty much you just look at people that are scrapping, they're like, and they're like, and they're trying to get back out of the way so you don't get hit. This idea of, I want to hit them without them getting me. I want to get them, but not let them get me. Does everybody understand what I mean by that? You're doing the same thing when you're uke or tori in the dojo. Everyone does the same thing. So once you've seen, this is the thing we do, now you start going,
What should I do?
just be that. Because now I'm like, haha, I won, haha. Why? Because I don't want to let her do whatever the cool next thing is. But Let me show you what that looks like. In real life, if I were going to do something like this, I'd be like, boom. Why would I do this? You see what my position looks like right now? I'm teeing off. This is my perfect distance. Now, tell me how this looks. Looks retarded, right? Look around the room. You're going to see people like this, right? They're trying to not change anything. They're trying to do a thing and be like, God. No. If I'm going to smack her in the head, it's going to look like this. Don't do that. Okay. Just sit there. I'm going to go. See, I'm teed off again. I'm getting this out of the way. I'm not pulling this to my hip. Why the hell would I pull this to my hip? What am I going to put it in my pocket? I'm not pulling this to my hip. I'm getting this out of, she's here like this. Like, I'm going to go. Do you see what that looks like? Yeah. See this extension? Yeah. Not contraction. Because now if I hit, I'm like, This thing is happening all the time, everywhere, and everything we do all the time in the dojo. Every dojo, everywhere.
That is proof they are good people, nice people.
Maybe.
Because they didn't have fight normally.
Well, it's not that. So, what? We're human beings. We got to the top of the food chain because we cheat. We don't fight a tiger with our bare claws because you're going to lose. You know, we trick the tiger. We gang up on them. We put traps. Catch them when they're sleeping. Whatever. Stab them from far away with a spear, right? We're going to cheat. That's what we do. It's called being efficient and optimizing. But it's cheating.
That's how have you get me.
Okay? Yeah. So, when you're training with your partner, you're going to cheat one of two ways. For or against. For or against. For, I'm going to be like, against, I'm going to be like, so they can't learn how to do anything. For, I'm going to let them do something. It will be bullshit, but I'm going to be like, yeah, good, right? But it's bullshit. So I'm trying to be friendly, but they're learning bullshit. And then the other way is, I'm not going to let them learn to do the thing. I'm going to try and keep them from being successful. But we've all run into those kind of people, right? But both exist. It's very difficult to be in the middle of that, to be neutral in that, to be like, how would I do this if I were starting the stupid, remember those old lawnmowers with this? Okay, would you do it like this? You'd be there, you'd still be there, right? 40 years ago. You know, you're like, ah, right? This is the idea. How am I going to put that dynamic into this, right? So I'm going to go, pow, okay? So whatever we're doing, try to keep this concept, idea in mind. Remember, you're going to cheat for or against, try to be neutral. Try to catch yourself and remind your partner, hey, you're giving it to me, or you're trying to prevent me from doing it. But it's mostly us, it's giving. Mostly we're giving it up. Because, as Hiromi said, this is the nice group of people. Okay? But don't give it up so much. Be a little bit more mean. Just a little bit. All right? Because finally. Right? Okay? All right, so keep going at this. As Dante will attest to, and the guys that have done like 25 of these seminars with me, I'm always harping on the consistent kusei. Kusei is Japanese word for habits. Okay? If you go to Nagato class, he's like, my class is a clinic to fix your bad habits. Your bad habits are not bad habits because there's something wrong with you. They are normal habits that will happen because of mistakes in perception. All right, we're good. So, mistakes in perception. So, when you guys are doing stuff, if you've trained martial arts for an extended period of time, and even if you haven't, you're trying to get to the end piece from the beginning. So we have an alphabet, A to Z. And you need to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, not A, Z. But you as a human being, because you're doing martial arts and want to be badass, secretly inside or overtly, whichever way, are trying to get to the end. So let me, I'm going to show you kind of what some of you look like. Do this to me a minute. Just, you know, smack me, pull my arm down, smack the head, right? Now, did that look cool, smooth, effortless, controlled? No. It looked like a hot, steaming pile of garbage, right? Why? What did I do? I knew what she was going to do, and I'm just waiting for my chance to kick her ass. Now, if you go to classes in Hombu, you're going to see that every single class. There's people there doing that. Don't be those people. And remember, you are going to be those people. Don't be those people. You're going to be those people. Because you're going to be like, well, I could. No, you can't. Okay? You got to get from here back to your house. You can't just go, I'm at my house. There's like stoplights, cars, stuff. There's things that you're going to run into. When we're just here doing this false situation where we're both standing still, dead stop, we're touching each other, we're here. You believe you can just be like, well, I could do this, and I could spin and kick her here like this, and I could do a backflip and land it. You know, you got all this shit. None of that's going to happen. None of what you believe you can do is none of it's going to happen. None of it's going to happen. Okay? And we can test it to find out, is this not going to happen? So what I want us to do is understand, once you get the rules for how this has to occur, it'll start to be there. So obviously I'm much stronger than Hiromi. She's not going to jump the gun and beat the crap out of me. Even if she hits me full force, I'm still fine. So I'm going to do this to her. Watch her movement. I'm going to do this to her. So get ready now. Get your hand up. You're going to do the movement, whatever that is, okay? Now, she used way too much power in that. You didn't see that. I felt it. She felt it. Okay? Do it again. That's way better. Now, don't move. See how her hips came towards me and her head went away from me? Notice her elbow relative to my shoulder means that her head won't get hit. So don't move this arm, just stand up straight a minute. See her arm's not being lifted up very high, but when she's down here like this, it looks like it's lifted up very high. It looks like she's cranking her arm up like that, right? She's not. She's in a very mild position. But because she tilted away from me, so just stand up a minute, put your hands by your side. I'm going to punch you in the head without using your hands, without moving your feet. How do you not get hit by this? You guys ever seen a guy called Floyd Mayweather? You ever see him do this? Like 10 bajillion times? Why? Because he doesn't get punched in the face that way. So watch. Understand? There's some rules of the road here. So when we're like this, can she block me with her other hand? No.
You saw it like...
Right? So as soon as I do this, no, so look, see how she gave way? She's not fighting me here. All of you are going to be fighting this. So what I went, boom. See how she's already right there? So maybe I hit here, but this is nothing compared to Budo, right? So yeah, that's not going to be fun. But even this, because she's moved here, well, if I were punching, I would be like this. So do that move again. So if I go,
no.
do your move, right? Understand? Because I'm trying to nail, stand up. I'm trying to nail her there, okay? So I go, boom. See how it changes the shape? So it's just taking this target out of the way the whole way. Does that make sense? Now, you're not going to know that till you do this, but once you understand this, you're like, oh, if we're facing each other here, okay, and she's punching at me, boom. So what do I not do? Punch at me? Because if I do that, what can I not do next? I can't counter her. So all my movement needs to be able to, so that I can get control. Remember, we did, just tap me in the head, right? Boom, and we were already here. This is the goal, right? This is the goal, is to get control. So when she pulls my arm down and does this, boom, what's my goal right now? That make sense? So you can hold on to my arm too. From the beginning.
ここから
いや
ホールドしたまま
Yeah. So she's got my arm. Now she's going to let go of it there, but notice it's here. Then I can just go. See how I'm attacking her from this position? But your brain is going to tell you this. Do that again, just about half speed.
A half speed.
Half speed. Your brain is going to tell you.
Cool.
Did you guys see that? Well, why would I know? Because I know what she's doing, because I know the drill. Can I really do that in real life? No, not possible. Could I do this? Nope. Nope. Go ahead. Boom. Now, what are you going to do next? Do you understand? You need to let them do their thing, whatever their thing is. You need to let it happen. Not the way they want it, but not so much that they can't do it. I'm letting her win. So do the technique. Pull my arm down, do the thing. Okay? What? Now do that and then do your next piece immediately after. Whatever. 何でもいい。
何やってもいいね。
そう。1番、2番、どうぞ。
ここでしょ
See, I'm already in the way of what's coming next. Why?
Lunch.
Because this went here. What's coming next? The other way. So just like when we did this, now I'm over here. Does this make sense? So don't try to win it from the beginning. Let them give you the win. Soke talked about this all the time. The Japanese word is itadakimasu, which is what you say when someone gives you food. They bring it to the table. Here you go. I made this meal for you. Ah, itadakimasu. Thank you. Thank you for this gift. I didn't go over there and get it. You just gave it to me. Does that make sense? So because like it has to be like itadakimasu. So do this sequence again. And I'm just showing you the basic move. I'm going to do the basic move just so you see. Go ahead. See how I get my head away, but my butt goes towards. I'm not moving my feet. It's this fast. So I may not even get that deep. It may just be this. And then I can feel what's happening next because feel how she has to readjust from there. She can't Chuck Norris backhand me from there. Try.
Can I try?
Yeah. Boom. So I'm here. She's in the way, right? So she's got to get around this thing that's in the way. So do whatever you want to do next. So I'm still here, but now I'm in control. Does that make sense? Let the thing unfold as it needs to.
Can you change the angle on that a little bit?
Sure. Go from here. See how it's already affecting that right there? So boom. See how small these movements are? But my first move was just do the first part. Then I went, see how small that movement is? But I'm also keeping my head back. I notice I'm not going, okay? Just as little as possible. Now, I practice this kind of stuff, so it's easy for me. It will become easy for you very quickly too, but you just gotta like focus on that, all right? So give that a shot.
This is the last one because
Okay.
it's 12:46.
Thank you, yeah. All right, Dom, can you come up here and, I don't know, someone else. Dante, you can do it. Do a continuous like 3-part attack. Now, don't stop and think at each one. Just feel your way through it with fast but light strikes. And Dom, just do whatever you're gonna do. Yeah, but scoot over that way a bit so you're more in the camera. There you go. That's good. Good. Okay, good. So, now, you could do that or you can change it up after, it doesn't matter. Don't wait. No. So don't wait to see what number 2 is going to be. Don't rush number 1 because you get hit. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Good, but don't move your feet. I'm putting these rules in place because once you start to speed everything up, you'll find that this is what's going to actually happen. Good. Do it again. Okay, go that way a little bit. Yes, there you go. So, Dom, you're starting to lean in from the upper body instead of the lower body. So what I'm trying to get to is women's self-defense. So if you ever go to a Noguchi Sensei class, give me a punch a minute, he'll do this. It's like, Chichimanji. But he'll go, it's Chichimanji. And then he'll do this. It's like, punch, and he'll go, Oh, yeah. Okay? You ever seen that? And your high heels, and you go, right? You've seen this thing all the time, right? Every single class. But what he's showing is, as this comes in, he's like, he's not doing this. Okay? Your body's gonna, your brain, your nervous system is gonna try and make you do that. But he's doing this, he's going, and Nagato goes, boom. They both do that. They're both like, take the head out, surprise, surprise. Understand? So, make a surprise. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can do it, but do you understand the point? The point is, this attack comes up here, get out of the way. This hand's still near him. Your butt's near him. So I can, from here, I can do this. Doesn't look like I can shove him away. Punch. From here, I can do this. But if I do this, same thing, punch. Nothing. This seems like it should be a stronger kamae. I'm upright, I'm here, I'm grounded, I bit my knees like all the masters say, and yet can't do shit. Why? There's 2 reasons. One is, this is actually not a stronger kamae for him. It's a stronger kamae for me standing here by myself with like a weight on my back, like squatting. This is a stronger kamae. If I'm squatting, I definitely do not want to do this. Well, I mean, I can do it, but not with the same amount of weight, right? So, that's one. One is, here, this is actually strong relative to him. But he doesn't know that in that moment. The other part is, if I'm here next to him, he feels the threat. If I'm here, he doesn't feel the threat. This is the women's self-defense part, the kyojitsu, the deception. He doesn't feel the threat. And again, I'm exaggerating a lot here, and you may need to, but really, if he's punching at me, that's all I need. See, I'm barely bent, right? Now I'm in the fight. So if he does the punch, I just go, whoop, I'm in. Understand? It's very, very quick, very, very small. But for the purposes of our training, I'm making us go, right? All super weird and extreme, but it's no more extreme than this. Okay? We don't do this in a fight either. Does that make sense? So try this. Everybody try it. Add 2 or 3 attacks. Don't try to win from the other side. Just see if you can be where they need to be next. So I'm going to attack you a minute. Just be where you need to be next. I'm going to attack you, right? What are we doing? Oh, yeah. Okay? So, see how we waited for my second punch? No. You did the right move, you just waited for me to do it. See how easy that was? And I got him under pressure, right? I mean, he's in front of everybody, the camera's watching, all the people are judging him on screen. No, I'm just kidding. Shame! Right? But he just did the right thing. And the right thing was the same as before when he went whoop to the shoulder. Now, watch what he's doing. I'm going to slow it down. So he's already taken that move right there. Because my next move, he's already taken it. Now I got to readjust my position, whatever that is. If you go to a Nagato Sensei class, it'll do something like this. Give me a punch. He'll go. what does he got to do before he can do anything else? He's got to fix himself. Or he'll do this, punch, and he'll go. This looks like, of course, he'll be more like this, right? But what does he got to do before he can do anything else? He's got to fix himself. Always, there's that penultimate skill I talked about last night is everything I do is affecting him so that he must adjust. He must compensate for that effect. Does that make sense? So this is that don't use power, nature, no waza, kamiwaza, blah, blah, blah. All these things Soki talked about. It's that. If he punches, Soki went, okay, well, how come he didn't punch me? Well, there was a lot of shit going on there that you couldn't recognize, but what does he got to do before he can punch me now? How about before he can punch me now? Now he can punch, but does that make sense? So it's Soki's playing, that's the mutadori, the distancing, and then controlling his perception of feeling of what he can do. That's what we're trying to do here. So let's just take about 5 more minutes and then we'll take a break and throw some ice on our head or something. So? Huh? Yeah, well, just wait, Hiromi. I mean, I understand what time it is. Dom is pretty good.
Huh?
Dom is pretty good.
Dom super good. Dom so catch up.
Dan is, I know. If he could train, he'd be really, really good. It's like Gary. Got all these guys, if they had some training partners. Gary in Florida? What? It's too far. Maybe next time. He's coming to Japan.
Here. Instead of like, you gotta make sure you get your head out of the way No, but that's not the so when you're being the one
You're setting up on your back foot, which is going to get you,
I swear, earlier I was working with Alex. I said, oh my gosh, I feel like Rob. I was like, where you settled in, you're like, here. So it's like this.
It's this, it's that.
Does that make sense, guys?
I tell you how much I hate coming to your seminar.
Right?
It's not this back thing, it's here. I'm getting
This is weird because I don't feel like I'm in a strong position, but somehow he's falling backwards. Yeah.
Welcome to 0 Point. You need a sleeveless shirt. You need a sleeveless shirt.
Oh no, I got one.
Oh, good, good. Wear it. Just we'll take pictures with people. I mean, otherwise everyone.
I got the farm boy.
The tan line. Okay, yeah, okay.
Don't wear a sleeveless shirt. I don't want 2 people looking better than me and him.
Yeah, that second punch is coming pretty fast. I'm not having. So you're bumping.
Let me see what you're doing. Yeah.
Let me try. You hit me.
Hit you?
That's good. Yeah. That's right.
It didn't.
So-
So all I'm doing is timing and knowing what the next thing is and thinking about where that is.
So what? Huh? Yeah. Just give me a minute. Okay. So just do the slow minute. I'll show you something. Right. So as this goes here, I'm exaggerating. I'm not going to push so hard, but it's happening already. Then, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like if
That's the one that's already that pulse stretcher pulse. That pulse.
yeah. So if I'm here and you snatch my arm down, right? Boom. Feel that? It's just such a boom. It's instantaneous.
Yes.
That's what.
No, I'm not going like, right? It's just, oh.
Got it. Okay. So there is that pulse pressure pulse.
Yeah. That's right. That's why I said it's Noguchi goes dunk, right? It looks like you're going away. It just whips back around, right?
And that's the reflex that we're trying to build up.
Yeah, we're trying. I'm moving back like he punched at me. It's like we're trying to develop that reflex, not punch at me.
And then
Right, and then we're trying to build like I'm hitting you as you're hitting me.
oh yeah, we can Robin that. Holy cow! You hear that? He was nice about it.
Yeah. He saw we were watching.
Oh, the one I just got a whiff.
Don't kill him. Dude, Aaron, you're so much. You're good, man. You can do 10% of that. Do that again. That was good, man.
Thank you.
So try that again. I'm gonna interfere with your pattern just a bit. Everything is good. Just do your part.
I'm just gonna go over here and do my part. Don't worry.
Now extend your arm. Extend your arm. No. Extend your arm. No, not you. Him.
No, he was pulling me.
Yeah.
So I was just going with this.
Well, but why is he pulling you? You're actually pulling him. Feel this a minute. Do this a minute. Just.
I did. He is doing that, right?
So do that to me a minute. I want to show you something, right? If I'm not pulling you, you're doing this.
Yeah.
So take this muscle out of it.
Okay.
So it's just like, go ahead. Sorry. Feel that? That's your, like, just let him have it.
Yeah, got it.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Big difference? Big, yeah, exactly. That's why it's big. I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's this.
Just let your arm go dead, and then maybe you could do something. I don't know. So part of the problem is, Brian, is I'm gonna attack you so you can feel this. Okay?
Thank you.
So I want to get the arm out of the way. You're keeping the arm in the way.
Gotcha.
You're keeping this in the middle. How can I really hit him if this is, you're letting him have totoku? So I'm just going, boom, right? Yeah, so it's like, what I want to do,
I
right?
need to commit to my full.
No, it's not even commit. You just need to make a better kamae for yourself. Because you're going, this is not a good kamae. Right? This is, Phil, I'm all open. I'm able to generate power. I pull the string back on the bow. If I go, that arrow's not going to go very far. Like, I'm going to put it in. No, it's.
So I'm attacking you. Just do the first one. Let's get the point first.
I'm gonna have to work.
No, so this is good. Just now do that. Please do that same attack. Understand?
Wait, look at his face.
Yeah.
You need to see this smile.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
I let go.
Yeah. You didn't kill him, but I blocked your hip off so that now you were here, instead of like you're doing the normal escape thing, which that's cool.
You're saying a little more.
Just stay here and kick his ass. You know, that's yeah.
I know I should have kept the weight on.
Good. I was just going to do that, but you just shut it down. Yeah. It's noticeable.
It makes sense. I've seen Adam many times.
What? I mean, this thing is all the stuff they're doing, but the context means no one's going to use it ever.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Once you start doing real training, you're like, oh, man, this is popping up everywhere.
Yeah, no one's been able to connect it.
Okay. Use more power, right? Move more than your attacker does.
Don't do what you want to do naturally.
Well, yeah. So don't do what you want to do naturally, but how do you do that? Because your body's doing it naturally, right? So you got to put some rules in place for yourself for that. But so what? Yeah, well, you have to. But what are some of the points that we talked about?
So Tojo Queen, the next puncher, is stuffing the next attack at the same time.
So almost, if we use the word punch or attack, you're automatically going to be looking for the next attack. That's not what we want to do. We want to.
The next safest place.
We want to occupy the next statistically significant position. In other words, where is he most likely to need to go next? So if I go boom, most likely this is coming. May not. I may go boom, ha ha ha.
I told you.
But statistically, yeah, right? That's not going to happen. Statistically, it's there. So he just needs to be already not covering the punch. That's reactive. He needs to be controlling that space so that he controls me. So when I go boom, just lean your head back away, but put this arm, extend it out as I do this. Boom. So when I do this, that would end up happening. Does that make sense? That's the kind of thing that needs to happen. Kind of thing. That's just not it, but that's like that, right? So what else?
You want to determine how many options he has?
Well, you can't.
Control your opponent?
What?
Control?
Yeah, of course we want to control, but how? So what I'm looking for is specific concepts like coherent thoughts. So, for instance, when I said, you're going to make a strong kamae because that's what makes sense. The women's self-defense part is, how can I make this kamae appear weak but actually be strong relative to the attack position, the attacker? That's a concept that I want you to mull over, dream about it, let it become something that integrates into your martial art. Because you won't do it naturally. You will not do it naturally. Can't. It's not possible. Naturally, you're going to brace to deliver power. That's just what we all do. And that is the first level of martial arts. How do you hit hard? Well, transfer weight from one foot to the next, driving through. You know, we got to learn those things. That is the omote of martial arts. The ura, the backside, is you punch like this. Dunk. That doesn't make any sense. It looks weak, and it will knock them out. You guys ever see Muhammad Ali's anchor punch? He's moving by, dunk. Well, no one would be like, oh yeah, the most powerful punch is falling back on my back foot and hitting here. Anderson Silva, other fighters, same thing. Why? Because it's coming from an angle and a place that the other guy can't perceive the threat, and it's stronger than you can imagine because of it's a relative thing. It's not strong on its own. Like if you were just trying to punch a heavy bag, that'd be shit. But punching someone moving into you, okay, understand? It's a different thing. So these are some of the concepts that we want to keep in our heads, all right? So let's just take a lunch break, you know, an hour, so, hour and 15. We'll come back in and do some different stuff similar, okay? We're going to meditate. So we got, where did the new ones go? Where are the ones that were over here?
Not sure we're good. We have.
We're the ones that I let Robbie and Thomas play with. Those, yeah. And we can use those. These are made by our own Brian here. Check him out. Kinjo Bujinkan. So get, you know, you can use them as a hambo, use them as sword, whatever. We'll use them as sword now. What I want us to do is, if we have enough, if you need to, you can use like shinai to shinai. Don't use boken. I don't want to see a broken nose and teeth knocked out and stuff like that. Okay. So Hiromi's over here, and she's gonna be a whatever kamae she wants. Don't care. This is our basic. This is our basic, and I say it's our basic. It's not what Soke said was basic 50 or 60 years ago, but it's basic because of this. If I say this is Shizen, you don't do this in a fight. Well, you shouldn't do this in a fight. You don't stand here like this. In a fight, you should be like, you'd be like, you know what I'm saying? You got mobility, you're adjusting position even if it's small, right? So Soke was teaching this a lot in the last 2 decades of his teaching. It'd be here, slight forward tilt. This is hidden. He talked about this is hidden by the silhouette of your leg. And that's not super important because it was bright in the dojo, you could see it. But the idea is you're at nighttime with a ninja mask on, you know, throwing shot, whatever. And so he's like, you're here, and as she goes to attack, whatever, Soke would just be like, whoop, and see how it, so watch what this looks like. It goes, notice nothing is telegraphed to left. I'm not doing this. See how you can see all of this? So Soke would just be like, swoop, and then this goes, surprise. Now, he's not trying to stab you, but he may stab you. Again, I'm not trying to kill him with this. I may kill him with this, but that's if they come forward. So as she does whatever she's going to do, yeah, see what that looks like right there? And I turned it. But as soon as this goes here, I'm turning it like this. So if we move around each other, so it's like this, I could be switching, so it doesn't matter what she's doing. And she could change tack up. She could go around this, doesn't matter, okay? What I want to do is chi no kata. I literally just want to go, does that make sense? But from here. So you could do it on this leg. Doesn't matter. It's the same thing. If she does whatever here, right? Steal Noguchi, right? You could be here, and you're out. But the whole idea is you get your weapon on their side of the street, okay? So just grab some weapons and do that with each other. Okay? So back up a bit. Just sweet. There you go. So whatever Alex is going to do, chi no kata. Do you understand? I'm not doing this. I'm not fighting the sword. I don't care. I'm just here. Chi no kata. Okay? That's chi no kata, which is why you don't do this. It's going to go up there. He's going to kill you. Okay? So it's just chi no kata. I'm just here. Won't. Feel that, Phils? When I turn it sideways is 2 reasons. Right now, so I don't accidentally poke his eyeball out. And if he changes it up, so I go, whoop, whoop. Where can you cut me from there? Understand? There's no getting around that. So you want to fill that in a gym. So whatever attack you want to do, it doesn't matter. Go ahead, just whoop. Fill that, fills. Oh, yeah. Okay? And so where's my target? Right there. Why? Because as his hands are there, when they're going to come through this space. If they're up here, I don't care because the sword's safe. It's when this hands get to here. Now this sword's the threat. So I'm just going to where that needs to be. Also, if his head is forward like an idiot, right? So that's all I'm trying to do. You can come from any different cut. Doesn't matter what.
Right.
See how that looks?
Oh, yeah.
And again, I'm pulling that tip out of the way at the last minute just to be safe here. Yeah, but you understand, right? It doesn't matter what he does, where he goes. That's my first move. That's not the only move. It's not the only thing you do, because after you do this, there will be an adjustment. Okay, there will be an adjustment. But first, you just got to get it on his side. So just imagine it's tennis. The guy that serves usually wins the point. It's much more difficult to return the serve. Does that make sense? Be the server. That's the whole idea of the chi. So Soke would just be like, won't. Okay? So let's try that with that comprehension. Do that exact same thing again where you go first. Right? Okay, watch. 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 Come a little bit closer this way, guys. Come a little bit closer this way. And just see yourself on this camera so you know kind of where you are. Yeah, there you go. Now, watch this. Who's the attacker? Dom's going to be the attacker. So go ahead. Good. Now, Dan, do what you did before.
Don't be late.
No, do what you did before.
What did I do?
Just do cheat, right?
Go ahead, go. Yeah. Who went first that time? Dan. So what's happened with our artificial training is we go like, but wait, I didn't go yet.
What's the point?
Okay, who won that? That dude. So your point is you're trying to get control, not wait to get a reaction to see if you can out-game him. That is a sport. This is, I got to win. So let's say Dan and I are doing it right here. Okay, do you understand? Understand? I won. Now, we are going to try and be like, okay, can I be like the goat on test 1 nanosecond before? Like that, so I want to get to that. But guess what? You will never get to that by waiting till after they release the string of the arrow, of the bow. You'll never get to the right timing by waiting until it's too late. You can't come to the right timing from too late. You can only get to the right timing from too early. The same thing is true from distance. You can never get the right distance by being too far away. You never will know what the right distance is until you're close enough to get hit. And then you work your way back out from too close. So too soon and too close is your solution to the right timing and the right distance. Too soon, too close. I know that's counterintuitive, and that's why it works. It's why hundreds of thousands of people are doing this kind of thing, and everyone has the same exact problem. They can't catch the right timing. And they're all training it the same way. Too far, too late. Hatsumi Sensei, once you start to pay attention, you're like, oh man, he's controlling. He started when he's still in the bathroom. He's up in his pants. He's like, all right, Marcus, right? He's walking out. So Dan's gonna come get me, and it's like, and then you just do this kind, right? And Dan's like, I don't know, what am I gonna, right? So understand, start closer, not right now. Right now, start earlier. Okay, and then try to back it down to where you can like pay attention to them. So it's like, Dan, you go whatever you want. Okay, you got to get to that because then you start to really recognize what they're doing. But if I'm waiting for you to go, too late. You see the difference? That reaction. Instead of I'm like, I just have a reflex. I'm not trying to think about it. He does something like, bonk. Now you got to be careful when you have a little kid and he comes up and smacks you. You're like, whack. Oh, sorry. Anyway, have a go. Hey. Let me show you something. Can you go across there? Now it's a gun. My gun is down here. Point your gun at me. Okay. Put your gun down. And then at some point you're going to raise your gun and shoot me. Now. Yeah, right? So now, you're correct. Would you, if that guy's got a gun, I know he's about to see me and shoot me, would you do this? No. You say no, but I'm watching you do that. I'm watching you do this. Now it's a sword, and I'm seeing this. So I'm going to slow that down. Don't even move. Don't move. What did I show you? What did I show you? So I went. Chi no kata, and I don't expect you to be able to do this now, if I just showed it to you this weekend, right? But chi no kata is not, it's get the weapon out there, then fall in behind the weapon. It's a spear. It's literally, right? It's not, it's boom, okay? It's that, just like a bayonet with a gun. You know, you don't bayonet. Saying? You jam it out there and fall in behind it. You put it in place and hammer it. You don't. You see what I'm saying? But because we go slow, we've created a bunch of artificialness. Think about this. Where did Hatsumi Sensei train with his students 50 years ago? Sometimes, when they trained inside. In the octagon. In the secret ninja camp of Tiger Tanaka. No, where did they train? Soke's office in the clinic. You know how big it was? Put 8 dudes in there. Can you do sword training? Of course. Not really. So what do you do? What do you do? What happens? And so we all experience this in Hombu when there's 150 people in a 30-person room, right? What did we do? We did this. We're this close together. There's no possible way he can do anything before I just crush him with the sword. So we do this. Now he moves and we cut. Because otherwise he can't, there's no possible way he can move out of the way of that. So we have to make it artificial because we're all like, right? So think about that. A lot of habits come out of organically what happened because of that particular situation. And then people take it into, this is how it's been done for 1,000 years of tradition, ever since Genghis Khan came down from the steppes and taught Takamatsu's great-grandfather, or whatever, you know. This is the mindset. It's like, no, dude, no. Soke was working out of his clinic, had this little closet room, you know, for a bed for treating someone. Huh? They fought in there. Even punches. I'm gonna punch him from here before he can move. So it's, okay? So just remember that. So now let's make our habits such that they're not that way. So that we're just like, yow. You know what I'm saying? No telegraphing, just do. Okay, try that. Come gather around me for just a minute because I want to show you something. This is a picture on my phone you need to see. So this picture is from the graveyard of the Shogi-Tai soldiers in the Ueno War. So back in 1868. This is a painting that was coached by someone who was actually in the battle. So it's like the last samurai battle, right? Now, I want you to notice something. I'll let you look at it. You see that guy right in the front? See that kamae position? Yeah. Okay.
Tom Cruise?
Yes, Tom Cruise. See that kamae position? Yeah. See this? That's what I'm trying to get you guys to do. That's the position. Now, it's hard to see from here. Can I borrow this a minute? Step back a minute, Peter. I'll show you when you're done. Just stay there. Stay in there. You see the guy here? He's angled forward like this. The sword is on the same angle as his body. And pushed out. See, it's a 45-degree angle, but it's also like this. It's not straight here. That would be dumb. Like, hold your sword up a minute, Jim. So if I were like this, he could still get me. It's actually like this. Do you see how his takes off? His goes off the anger? So you can pass that around if you want, right? Just take a look at it. But we're trying to do this. So we're going, shoo, boom, into this position. This is temporarily. This is just for a nanosecond. But this is the kamae position. Okay? See how my sword is still a threat to him? Yeah. Does this make sense? That's what we're trying to get to, is that. Maybe this, right? Whatever.
Bisecting.
Right. Yeah, it's bisecting.
And you said something earlier too that I was picking up. So that would be your fist, that's your elbow, then your shoulder.
Yeah.
So not.
Yeah. So this.
Yeah. This.
Right.
Yeah.
You see, it's the same thing. That's good. So just when it shoots out and then immediately drops into this kamae for transitional position. So remember, can you just step back a minute? Just like Chinokata. Can you hold this mic? Chinokata that everyone learned to do. They did stuff like this. They were like, you would come in and then you could strike here, or you could strike up under the chin. That's why you're doing this thing. It's like, Really? Like, okay, any one of you, please come strike me as hard as you want under the chin with your 3 fingers. Okay? Your fingers are going to go, okay, my chin's going to be fine. But why? Because they were practicing stuff unarmed. Because you're not always going to go get your horse and your samurai gear and your bow and arrow and your spear. You're going to be like, I practice my spear stuff, right? So you're spearing, and then it's reached the end of its thing. It's done. You can pull it back and stab again, of course. But now you're in this position. Maybe it was a sword thrust. He's doing something. So you don't go.
Right.
You go. And now whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Right? It's whatever it is. So it's get the ball over there. Then he hits the ball back. Then I'm like, no, right? So you rush the net stuff. Whatever the thing is, it's a sequence. It's a volley, but the volley needs to be like done, not like. You understand? We're trying to. It's just, but it's shoot it out, not like this, like this. So. Then boom, boom. Does that make sense?
It's the attack, and then it's immediately going to
yes,
the shield.
That's right. So we're coming behind this in Totoku, and then hold your sword up somewhere, whatever you want, right? Put it over here. So if it's over there, and I've come here, I no longer have Totoku, so I must go. Now, if it's on the other side. You understand? I don't know where it's going to be. Maybe it's down there. So I'm like, Notice the tip is staying here, and this is moving around. Yeah. Yeah. Okay? So as we do this, just think about that. You're boom, boom. And then there's the next piece after that. Okay? So we want to get to the next piece, but just for a couple minutes, shoot it out, fall into this kamae from the last battle of whatever, Wano thing. Okay, try that. Of Evermore. Remember I said, the reason you're wrong, the reason I'm wrong, the reason she's wrong, any of us wrong, is perception. Your perception is wrong. You guys have heard that like eyewitness testimony is like the worst. It's all of us are standing looking the same exact thing. Okay, write down what you saw. Right. There will be this many different things that we saw. Even if it's like right here. Like right now, you're all seeing me do a thing, and you're all seeing something slightly different than what I'm doing. That's just nature. So, watch what Ray's doing, because everyone's doing this, okay? See how he was here first, and then he pulled the sword back out of the territory to get into the shape. That's what. So even now he's aware of it, his body still wants to do that, because that's what it seemed to be. Think you can correct it now?
Let's see.
Try, right? So, whoop, that was it. So, what was the difference, Ray? Can you explain the difference?
As soon as I go for the stab to the neck, and then from that point on, so I step forward, that's when I put the back part of my hand.
What's that last piece? He's pushing this part, not pulling. So he's not doing this with his hand. He's doing this with his elbow. It's the same thing over and over again, right? Same principle over and over and over again. So one more time. Feel it pull back. See what I'm saying? So he's like, ugh. But that's because he's done this for 25 years. So even though he now has a conscious awareness that I don't want to do that, that's still what he does.
So is the tip staying in place, or is it actually moving from behind?
So it can't stay perfectly in place, but it's close. It is close. So watch. I'm going to do this with Ray. Just watch. So, don't move. See, it's right here. Then. So I've come around behind it, but it's mostly this moving. So if I can exaggerate, I'm doing this. So this is moving.
Right.
I mean, now it's not moving. Okay, but it's not touching something, it's floating here. And I don't want to keep it perfectly straight because if I bring this over here, this side is open. So I'm going to go, I'm bisecting him, as Dante said. So this is what my visual control is. You guys see this? Not this, but this. Not on. It's not here. It's here, or here, not here. So when he's cutting, I go, ooh. See where that it went now? Yeah. So now when he goes to cut, it just slides down, he cuts himself. See where it is? Boom. This is the position that I want to get to. Not this. Do that again, slow. You understand, right? He's going to kill me here. So I have to go, soon. So again, I'm not going straight up into this. I went straight to this and then went push, sorry, distance here. I push this so that I'm doing that. And also, I'm not pushing this down. Put your sword up. From here, I'm going. That's another thing. That's another piece. I've got to float him. I need to float him. I don't want to anchor him. I want to float him. Okay, so one more time. Boom, float. Yeah. See what that looks like? Yeah. So here's why. Just meet swords again. Cut at me a minute. Okay. So he's here. Let's just say he's here. If I try to do this, he will go, right? Instead, I'm going to do this. Which one takes more power? The first one, right? You see this? I got a finger here. One, hold your sword out again. I'm doing this. Not this. Resist me, right? Okay? Resist me. You see what happens? The difference is I'm taking advantage of a structure. It's just our relative positions to each other. These are things you can't see until now you've seen it. Now you go like, I think I understand that. You still won't do it yet. But if you keep trying to do it for a very short time, you'll be like, oh yeah, okay, no, I get it. And then you'll forget it because that's what we do. And then you'll be reminded, someone will do it, Alex will do it, you'll be like, damn it, I knew that. And then you'll do it again, and then eventually you just do it all the time, okay? So try this last thing again, and then, you know, if you want to lift them up, you can do that too. Float them up, don't lift them, float them. Now let's level it up to level 10.
All right.
Crack open the beers.
Yeah. Yeah, we're training back tonight at midnight after we've all gotten super drunk. No. Only one person is going to have a sword. Otherwise known as Mutodori. Let's do a little bit of Mutodori. Get soft stuff. No shinais, no bokens, soft ones. These are the best soft ones for softness. These are good, but they're still a little bit harder than styrofoam or whatever that is.
Not styrofoam, it's special foam.
Special foam.
Oh, Brian.
Did you sell a few of these? Have you sold a few?
Yes, thank you very much. Actually, I had one guy buy. It would have been $1,000 online, but I told him give me $600. So thank you. Beautiful. No.
Keep as you go, people buy. Then keep reiterating, I'm better. So there's a level that you want to get to. There were Tombo weapons, and they were tight. They looked like they were made in a factory. They made them by hand. It's a pain in the ass.
And it takes freaking forever.
It takes forever. I think he ended up getting like special sewing machines and finding the material. You're not going to find it like today. You're just, you know, as you go through stuff, you'll be like, oh, you know, I could do whatever. Just keep doing that because this is good. I mean, this is going to be good enough for 99% of everything it's going to be good enough for everything we do.
Well,
but people want something more.
I'm putting a little bit more pad on it.
Yeah. You're going to figure out what broke, what didn't.
Exactly, right? Exactly. And I'm making like a handful of guys. They really like that Fukuda Shinai one that I made, and Dante wants me to make him.
Right? That's what I'm saying. You got a lot of cool stuff.
When was the last time you saw Fukuda that long?
Dude, it's been a long time. I have some, but yeah, that's crazy, right?
And it's all literally from raw bow. Show off.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then these ones here with the magnets that I make, I'm walking through metal detectors. It's just about
it's good.
Right right into going for jury duty. Did I tell you this already?
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay, my bad. I got
No
excited.
worries, man. Okay. Mutadori. Who wants to go first? One of you guys go first. Rock, paper, scissors for it. Yeah, that one. So we're gonna just do a few different attacks, but we'll start with the most basic attack, the fundamental attack. Like if you get the scrolls and blah blah blah, and you want to see it's from the draw. Okay, so the attacks are or whatever, and then your Mutadori is you prevent the draw, you catch the draw, you let the draw happen, then take them. Those are your three choices. You prevent the draw, Chinokata. You catch the draw coming out, Sui, Ka, Fu, Ku, and then you let the draw happen and you come in the next one, which is again, Chinokata. So they went faster than you could get it, then you come in and shoot in that moment. Does that make sense? So it's just Chi and Sui really, over and over again. That's all it is. So Chi is, I beat him to the punch. Sui, he beats me to the punch. I let it go by in a little pocket and come in. Does that make sense? The basic is here, mostly because, just walk towards me a minute. This way he feels the least amount of danger. Next, don't move. Next level that we'd be going for is, and then once you're competent, so this is walking, this is trotting, this is running. Okay? Don't do this until you're highly competent at this. Otherwise, you're going to get an eyeball. Someone's going to get an eyeball. Okay? So, do it. He's going to draw, cut. Be free form. Level 5.
Level 5. I'll start back here.
Okay, good. Switch. Level 5 is you're both moving around, you can go anywhere, you're both free, and continuous attacks. So you don't have to start that far. So level 1 starts back here. Level 2 starts back here. Level 3 starts back here. Level 4 starts that far away, but then he comes at you. Level 5, you're both moving and doing whatever and continuous attacks. I just want you to see what level 5 might look like. Yeah, why don't you guys go this way so the camera can see it? Or you could just keep it a secret from everybody. Good, do it again. Good, do it again. So, what are you missing, Dom?
I'm not gonna know,
So Paul, yeah, that's good. And then when you miss, don't go, what the fuck is that? Just hit him again.
Yeah.
Just. Good, that's it. You guys understand what you got to do? You got to beat him. It's difficult. It's really, that's why I did level 5. At level 5, it's hard to beat him to it. Because he's like, he's ready for you. But just do a level 5 for a couple minutes. Then we'll go back down so you can practice each iteration so you can focus on one element at a time. Level 5 is all elements, all the time, everywhere. I think they made a movie about that.
I'm feeling it.
Okay, you ready? Watch. You ready? Okay. That was better than I wanted it to be. Ready? Okay, ready?
Okay.
You starting to get it yet? Watch.
Okay.
Then you can do this. You're never going to do that if you're doing this. Okay? Never going to happen. One doesn't evolve into the other, okay?
Okay.
Give it a shot. Just eat it. I just wanted you to see what's the reality. If you haven't trained driving a car at 150 miles an hour, guess what you cannot do? You can't drive a car at 150 miles an hour. You think you can because you drive at 50 miles an hour. 150 is another ball game, especially if you're in a race with other cars all around you. So, but I've been driving for 50 years. Don't care. Don't care. It's a different thing. So once you go from into this, it's a different game. It's altogether different. There's no comparison. So now, let's step back. Let's cycle through level 1, 2, 3, 4. Level 1 is simple. Hiromi stands there. Why don't you come over here a little bit so the camera sees it a little bit better. Hiromi stands there. I walk into Hiromi. She doesn't move her feet. She's there. She's prepared. She's going to get me when I'm close enough. Back up a bit. Back up. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Now, you're going to do this. Damn it. But you're getting used to getting hit. Then you're going to relax a little bit and you're going to go. Good. And right here, you're going to do this kind of thing because... Do you understand? You need to know where that is. So watch this again. See how it's just touching me right there? Hold it back out. This is kami shitoe. If you've ever been to Japan and they're talking about distancing, they say kami shitoe, which is the thickness of a sheet of paper. Okay? Notice I'm slightly forward tilted. Notice I took an extra small step. This is the basic of getting close to them is if I'm like here, here's my normal step, normal step, normal step, normal step. No, not yet. Okay? One more step from there. Normal, 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 death. See normal? Half of normal. Don't change this. See the half step? Can you guys practice that first? Try that. On your shirts, there are 6 rings. It's the shirt of 6 rings. Control is the first one. As Soke said over and over again, if you can't control yourself, how can you control someone else? What you're going to notice on this Mutodori, why Soke said control through Mutodori, 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 Mutodori. For the last 5 years of his teaching, every class was Mutodori. If you can't control yourself, you can't control someone else. So what are you noticing you have to do here? Can you guys do it again? Dante, you do it? Yeah. Now, do the way you were doing before you had control.
Oh, okay. Before I had control.
See that? And everybody does that. Everybody will do that until they stop. Now, control my method. See how it looks casual?
Yeah.
So even more casual and yeah, whatever. See? Control. Because fucking guarantee you, inside his nervous system, he wants to be like, with his hands. Right? But he's not. He's like, he's keeping him in there. He's control. He's jumping down on that. And that's what you have to do. It's hard. It is hard. But that's what you have to do if you're going to get good at any of the stuff. At any of the stuff. This is what you have to do. You guys with me? So let's go to level 2. Level 2, he gets to go, zoom. Maybe it's, maybe he goes, ha ha ha. But he's going to, now he gets to take a step. So level 1, he's here, this is his range, period, the end. Now the person doing Mutodori is comfortable, maybe, and now there's a little bit of extra dynamic that can be added in here, just a little bit. It's still only one cut, but now it gets to be like, cha, okay? So let's go to level 2. On the level 1, he doesn't move his feet. You get the cut, but you don't move your feet. So on level 1, what you're really, most of you are practicing, you should be, get ready, is you're doing this, you're going. You see, there's just a rhythm break right at the point. No, not a kamae break. So I did not do this. Let me show you what's typical, okay? Okay? Not doing this. Not doing this. Okay? None of that. You start from, I don't care if I get hit. You start from that. You're just like, whatever. Right? And then you're going, oh, I changed my mind. No, I got you. Understand? You just start to put, like, you don't care. You don't care. That's level 1. Now level 2, he's coming out to get you. Right? So you're like, so you're going, damn, right? You're like, he's getting me. And but, no, that was good, right? So you're like, okay, so 1, 2, whoop. That's when we're doing chi. So first we're doing sui, next we're doing chi. So I've learned, so say, notice I'm going straight in, right? And just making sure that deflects. I'm not trying to stuff it. So slow down so they can see this. I'm here, and then, what do you notice about my foot? Okay. Do you know how much longer? Double. It's double from my normal stride. When I cut it short, what is it? Half. Normal, double. So if you're sui, half. Chi, it's double. So why? You've seen this before? I'm sure, right? So think about integrating, just as a thought, integrate the basics into everything else you do. Just as a thought. Just as a thought. Maybe. Okay, so you've got this already. What do we do in sui is we go, oop, 45. And if you watch Hatsumi Sensei, it's one stride length. Of course, you're going 45. So you're not going straight back like a walk. You're going 45 on that stride. If you watch Soke. Now, a lot of people were taught to go, right, and then that's a thing, and I'm not saying you can never do that. I'm just saying Soke doesn't do that, and when he's teaching it, it's that it don't do that, and Sino's like, don't do that, and Oga's like, don't do that, and all the top guys from Soke said, don't do that. I'm not saying you can't ever do that. You should do that sometimes, because you need to know what that is like. You need to feel what's happening, what is happening when my foot goes all the way back. What's happening? What's happening to my hips? You need to feel that. Do you need to make it your default setting for everything you do? Probably not. But you definitely need to be able, I can do it. You need to be able to do it. Well, okay. Well, you can see the voice on there. It says blah, 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 blah. Okay. So as you're coming in here, you're setting this up and then you're double. Okay. Notice I'm going straight in. Don't try to go around. You will try to go around. I'm telling you now, you're going to try and go around the sword. Don't go around the sword. You're going to try to go around the sword. It's human nature. You're like, okay. Human nature. But we all know the shortest distance between 2 points is what? All the way around. It's a straight line, all the way around. Okay? So on this level 2, you gotta sell them and be like, no, okay? Let's give that a shot. Many people are asking me about this because there's not one way to do it. There is a starting way that you should do, which is that. Can you come over here in the middle? Why should you do it cross body? That's how we walk. So start with how we walk. And then add in super ninja powers. You understand? So can you do that again? See this? So what this does is this lets your hips stay in the game. Okay? Because this is here, now do this arm forward. If he does this, there will be a tendency to twist. Now the hips are out of the game. You've added 2 extra moves to get back into the next piece of this. If you're here, you don't have to do that. But if you practice same side, same hand, same leg, you will automatically twist your hips like this. That's why I say start doing this, because it keeps your hips here. Once this is a thing that you can control with your nervous system, it doesn't matter which hand you use. It doesn't matter which hand, which foot. It shouldn't matter. But it does matter at the beginning, because you will do this. You will do this, period, until you train yourself not to do it. So when you do this, you can't do it. Even if you twist as hard as you want here, it still just goes here. Does that make sense? That's where we start. This is not written in the scrolls. This is not a teaching that Soke said you must do, or none of them. This is my training, teaching physical movement. When you go to like high level people that coach like professional athletes, they're teaching these movements. They're not teaching these movements. They're teaching this for a reason. This is how we move naturally. We start from there and then work our way out into less and less usual things, okay? So contralateral first, homolateral second. Okay, try that. Well, so each one of these levels has a purpose. Level 5, there's too many things happen at once. So level 1, you get to control the tempo. So you get to like, right, walk into it. You get to control the tempo. Then level 2, you're still controlling 90% of the tempo. They get the last 10% to control. And that extra bit of dynamism is actually easier to deal with. I know it's weird, but it's actually easier to deal with. It doesn't seem like it at the beginning, which is why level 1, he doesn't step. But it's actually easier to deal with. Level 3, he's still there, but now he's going to go until you get through the danger zone into what we call control position. Control position is really just basically where they have to go. See how when I got here, she had to take one step in one direction? That's control. We stopped right there. We have to have a place to delineate so that we can then work on something else after that without just like all jumbles together. Does that make sense? So if she has a sword or whatever, give her the sword, right? And I come in and do what doesn't matter, whatever, right? So she goes, ooh, and I go, boom, boom. We're done. That's it. Don't keep fighting and wrestling and trying to get this. I don't care about getting the sword away yet. It's just here, it's like, woo, boom, done. Okay, whatever it is, she's going to draw, and I go, stop, no, boom, done. As soon as I get here, done. Don't, and it may be in front, it may be done. As soon as you get chest deep here, done.
Does she step or no step?
What?
For level 3, does she step?
Yeah. So everything from the previous is just added to. It's going up in intensity. So she's going to step forward or back and keep cutting until you do the position I just did. One of the main things that helps you do is to not do this. Oh, I got cut and walk away. Because guess what might happen in real life? You get cut, you get punched, you get shot. Can you just be like, oh, you won? No, you got to keep going. So we go in and we're like, ah, screwed that up. Done. Do you understand? Don't try and like wrestle them. Who cares? Just get through the danger zone. Just go until that point. Okay? Try this one. Who can demonstrate it real quick? Who can demonstrate it real quick? I know a few. I saw a few of you doing pretty good. So who wants to just demonstrate a couple? Not everyone. Matt, you go first. It looks like bullshit, right? When it's like that, it's like he's not really trying to cut, or So Matt asked me. He's like, I started doing it more casually without flinching all over the place. He's like, but I think my partner's actually just not trying to cut me now. And I said, well, chicken or the egg? You're not given a threat. You're not given a pattern to read to cut. So now he's not sure, so his attack becomes dampened down. So is it because he's just being a cheating uke, loosey-goosey, or are you screwing with the normal cues that we read to attack? You understand? Which is it? It's both, not, neither, don't know. Doesn't matter. It's the result that we get. Okay? So who else wants to go? Yeah, give it a shot, Mike. This is good. So I just want to say that was good. When you guys go through the Mutadori drill sets, there's a lot of little details. So just for example on this, you didn't get cut on the first one. It was great. So just cut past me. Like, so he was like this. You already have to be controlling that and pushing it in like that. Yeah. But you know, you can't get every piece. There's like 20 things you got to do. You can't do all 20 at one time. You can't practice them all at once. You got to do them separately. That was good. Who else wants to go? Go, Bo. Again, this is good. Needs to fix how he does this, but otherwise it's good. Anyone else? Right here. Good.
We all took a step back.
So anybody but me, what, and Hidomi, what needs to be fixed there? It was good. What made it not good?
It was really intense.
That's stepping back.
Yeah. He went boom. He was right distance, and he threw 1,000% more tension in than he needed, so that he couldn't then take advantage of that moment he created. Does that make sense? It was good. He's right. You guys are starting to get distancing. Then you got to get Kyojitsu with your distancing. Anyone else?
I'll go.
Matt, good. See, there's no change of pace, no freaking out. That was great. So, Paul, you cut. Let Alex do one. Good. Do that again. So I want you to notice something here, okay? Just this versus a real sword, okay? See how it makes a loud sound? Now watch. See how it makes a loud sound? But if I do that with the sword, what happens? Nothing. He was in a place to stuff that, but it went, and it made a sound. So, understand the difference of this. It's not a real sword. So once you get good at this, you got to start going with a little more stiff weapons, and then you start to see things. And then also, did we draw it all the way out and come around, or did we go? Which in real life doesn't matter. Sure. But for the sake of this drill moment, it does matter. One more time, Alex. That was nice. See? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay? That was nice. All right? Level 4. Level 4 is this. Peter, can you be right there? Now, he's coming to you. And you get to take a step forward or backwards. And then, obviously, if you go backwards, you got to go forward again and get a control of them. So you can do chi or sui. Just demonstrate one so we can see what it looks like. That. Make the tolerances even tighter, but that, okay? Try that. Just because we got to show, this is, so I'm going to show you at level 4, the first thing that we become aware of. Can you just do that? And you can even dramatize it a bit. Okay? Now, what he's doing is known as the flinch reflex with weapons coming at you. It's normal. Everyone does it. Everyone, everywhere. Every Daishihan that's ever come through my training, and then every Daishihan in Hombu that's did it, everyone does that. Because there's something fast coming at you and you jerk out of the way. Do you understand? So level 4 is going to let us focus on that. Does anyone have any words of advice on how to not do that?
You cannot untrain the flinch, but you can quickly recover after.
Do you think if he does that, that he can recover fast enough for Robin to not kill him?
No.
Nope. Yes, Dan.
Do your best. Taking the hit is better than breaking your kamae.
Woo!
That's true.
Flinch forward.
You could flinch forward. What else, Bri?
Is this the technique that we worked on in the past, and as we're going through, it's just that?
Well, now it would be that if that's what we'd have been doing on level 1, 2, and 3. But now we're on level 4, where he's back there, and this guy is controlling the pace and the dynamic.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
So there's been a lot of research done on flinches, right? Mostly from baseball games where you see.
Only he's 11.
Huh?
What?
They've taken still shots of people when baseball's going to the crowd. People do two different things. They either do this or they do this. So if you can utilize that in your movement.
Okay. What do ball players do?
They don't flinch.
They don't do either one of those. They go,
I think just expecting the swing and kind of.
hang on, this isn't important. I wasn't going to go down this route, but since you brought it up, okay. The untrained dorks in the stands shit their pants, and you shit your pants, you do what? You flinch, flight, you flinch, fight, you flinch, freeze. That's all there is. That's it. There's 3. Fight, flight, or freeze. Forwards, away from, frozen. Okay? People who drive cars for the first time, ride bikes for the first time, also do that. How many of you are doing that while you're driving your car today? Did any of you go like, oh?
I had a few passengers do that.
Yeah.
Well, that is true. That was me. How many of you, when you're driving, go into your car when you're about to be hit by another car? It just doesn't happen. Why? Because you have acclimated yourself to the intensity of the thing that you're doing. Which means that you do what while the danger is happening? You stay below the tension threshold. You don't flinch. So, how can he not flinch? We got one thing, and then there's another piece that we got to do it. He needs to get used to getting hit. That's number one, most important, overwhelming to everything else. Get used to getting hit.
Zombie drill, right?
The zombie drill. You just got to get used to it. Then, all right, now he could just stand there and be comfortable getting hit, but he's still getting hit. So how does he use deception, kyojitsu, on this dude coming to get him? How does he do it? You were just talking about it earlier. How does he do that? Yes, Dom.
One way is that a backward step doesn't mean a backward lead. You just got to maintain your forward pressure regardless of the direction.
So you're quite far away, so I'm going to re-say what he said. Whether you're going forward or you're going backwards, your kamae looks the same. He can't read, are you going forward or backwards? So when you're here, am I going to go forward step or am I going to go backward step? Which one? Can you tell?
No.
No. That's what you have to be able to do. So as he's coming in, can be, as he's coming in, can be, as he's coming in, can be, understand? You can't tell which one. That's the key to doing this. So you have to practice forward and backwards so that they look the same. As you said, you have to sell the thing you want to do. Well, how to sell it is, how does it look if I come in? 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 Understand? That's what you have to do until you get it. That's the first thing in terms of the movement. Before that, get hit till you don't care anymore. Then, practice kyojitsu. There's a third thing I'll talk about in a second, but just try to add this in. Make, in your mind, be like, I'm going forward. And then go forward or go backwards. In your mind, I'm going forward. Then go forward or backwards. Does that make sense? Try that. And then we'll do the other thing I haven't talked about yet. So whatever height you are, use your, be in your kamae, not Ogre Sensei's kamae. None of us in here, including her, are going to do Ogre Sensei's kamae. It's too, he did it his whole life. It was this tall. you're not going to get to his Kamae depth of movement that he's comfortable at. Me too. I tried it. The first 6 months, I ended up tearing ligaments in both angles. I had to wear braces on my feet because I tore a ligament. He laughed at me. But you can't do that. And I'm not as tall as Dom. So Dom definitely can't do it. But I see sometimes Dom, not now, but before, he's like trying to match the height of Dan, whatever his training is. He's like, it looks like this. Like, dude, why do you look like the hunchback in Notre Dame training, right? And it's just because, well, we're supposed to get low. No, you're supposed to bend your knees. You're supposed to sink your weight into your things. But you're not supposed to like do full Asian squat hangout period. You know what I'm saying? You're just supposed to bend your knees, not be like this, but just be like, right? So this simple basic stuff. But the main idea you want to have is that if this is the starting line, okay, where he wants to, I'm going to put my foot over it. You want to go where you're still leaving like this, you're projecting yourself forward while you move back. And right when this thing misses you, you're like, choop. So here's the basic pattern with the left foot forward, since most people are right-handed, not everyone, most people, okay? We're here, our hands are basically on the line as if there's like a big ball I'm touching here, which is the path of the sword. Slightly forward, I'm gonna pull this foot back. Try to stay straight here. I'm not going like wobbledy, wobbledy. I'm trying to stay here and go. See this movement? Pull the foot back, hand shoots out. So when I pull the foot back, the sword misses me. Hand shoots out to stop it coming again, then I come forward. So check this out. I'm going back, contralateral. Boop. Now, you understand?
So I'm watching that movement, I'm thinking about stepping versus falling, and just watching the way your body's moving. And I see you pushing your butt back slightly
Yes.
to bring that foot back.
So movement begins from your taint. Just think about that. It's the base of your spine. Get the base of your spine moving. Of course, your ankles and feet and knees and everything are doing it. But move this back. So we say there's this Dantean movement. So it's going, and so you're able to maintain this. That's moving from there. Now, this is all like really traditional martial arts stuff, right? But we never do it. But it's the basics. It's just super basic. So if you just practice this for a couple minutes and just go, and your partner needs to look at you and see if you're going like in your movement. And you will have some of that, right? Then you could switch it up and do right foot forward. You're just going to go. Notice my knees stay bent. They stay flexed. Not deeply bent. Your knees will kill you tomorrow if you do that. Just locked, unlocked, locked, unlocked. Sliding back, locked, unlocked. That's all. So try that for a couple minutes.
Almost unlocked.
Right? Michael Jackson was really good at Budo. No one knew.
Well, was.
Again, Dante, come over here. This camera can see you. Right? Get out of the way. Dante's going to say something now, and I want to talk about it because this is important. This is something talked about in Japan, but go ahead.
Okay, guys. You guys, I see everybody's nice. We love each other here. We want each other to come back.
This means you suck.
But the three of us were like trying to club each other with a nice thing. We're all going to have bruises. And it wasn't like we were trying to just be nice. It was trying to club each other.
Yes.
Pressuring each other.
Thank you.
That's what the test is.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. This is level 4. Level 4 is the swordman can jump and do whatever he wants. He's got all the mobility, right?
Yes.
We're not supposed to stand in place. Rob never told us to stand in place. So we're trying to go like, and wait for the guy to come and then go, try to get out of the way and evade it. There's no freaking way you're going to evade that. You're going to come out with maybe a little less cutting down to the bone, but you're still going to get clobbered, right? You're going to be losing blood. What Rob is doing is a so much simpler equation. It's not trying to deal with the weapon at all. It's trying to deal with the space between your opponent and their reach. I mean, remember, this is a a weapon, a medium-range weapon that allows somebody to get more reach. It doesn't matter what reach it is, but it gives them more reach. We just have to get used to the reach they're giving us. And all Rob's doing is just moving backwards into right outside of that zone where they can get to him. But they think he can get to him because they're moving forward, and they think they got the control. Which is a problem.
Does that make sense to everybody what he said? Mm-hmm. So let me explain what's happening in Japan. For years, before I even moved to Japan, I'm visiting Japan so like everyone else, Soke would say, you do Mutodori, and he'd say the word yokenai.
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 Yokenai. Yokenai is a negative. Yokeru is the positive verb to do what? And what all the translators kept saying was, don't evade the sword. Don't avoid the sword. And I heard that. I'm like, oh, no, don't avoid the sword. So I would stand there and the sword would come, and then my natural instinct would take over. I'd be like, get out of the way. There's a sword. I know the Grandmaster said don't avoid the sword. Actually, the Grandmaster didn't say don't avoid the sword. The translator said don't avoid the sword.
Yeah.
Okay? And so I happen to be, in my studies of Japanese, I look up the word yokeru one time, and I'm like, evade, avoid, dodge. Dodge? Dodge? I played dodgeball. What does dodgeball look like? It looks like you stand there and wait for the other guy to throw, and you spastic out of the way, right? Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. So, if I say, don't dodge traffic, well, what would you have to be doing to dodge traffic?
Be in it.
Go get in front of the cars, right? You have to go get in front. So if I said, avoid the traffic, what would you do then?
Google, give me a different route.
What?
Google, give me a different route.
You take a different route. Okay? So, Soke was saying, don't dodge. He wasn't saying, don't take a different route. He's saying, don't dodge. Don't stand there like an idiot while a guy swings a razor blade at your head. Okay? But again, don't feel bad. In Japan, this is coming up, and then the translator says it, and everyone believes it, and we all start doing it, and it bleeds into the culture everywhere around the world. And it's like, no. And then, am I right or wrong? Well, let's look at Soke. What did Soke do consistently? You're in Daijodan. Soke would go. Now, did I dodge the sword? No. Did I take a different path than the sword was going in?
Yeah.
Yes, I avoided the sword. Soke did this all the time. Now, it's Kyojutsu because he would go, see the targets right here?
Right.
Now, what happens when I take a left step?
You're out of the zone.
I'm out of the zone. Soke never, show me a video, ever, where Soke goes.
Right. No.
But what did everyone in the dojo do? Yeah. Everyone in the dojo, cut me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I did it too, right? And then I'm there enough, and I'm like, wait a minute. Why are we doing that? Like, he didn't do that. So I started paying attention to Soke. Dude's coming from the toilet, right? He's like, oh, there's a cut, blah, 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 and then it's going like this, blah, 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 and you're like, and everyone's like, oh, it's a guy, and I'm like, what did he just do? And everyone's like, yay! Soke's like, okay, give that a try. And I'm like, that's not what he did. So I'm gonna do what he did. So I would do this, I'd be like, hey, Robin. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, so go ahead. And we'd be talking like this, and I would practice this. And my partner would be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not kidding you. The advanced guys live in Japan. They'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing what he did. They're like, no, let's practice. I'm like, I am. But they didn't see it. They thought we're supposed to like, right? That's what they thought. And everyone thinks that. But just look at the videos. Go watch Kuden, watch the Daikomiosai. He ain't never doing that. Does that make sense? So thank you for articulating that for us. Okay? Well, and you guys will appreciate that. This is why we have to do this. We have to, when I got a little bit fiery earlier, I'm like, hit him. Because in Japan too, everyone believes that their magical ninja bullshit's gonna work. And it won't. It's only working because we're going. You understand? And it's like, I'm not saying be an ass and people are working on something new and you just like smack them in the teeth. Don't do that. But when you're working on something, it's like, okay, where can she get me? It's like, look how close we are. Yeah. We're that close. We got to practice that. And you can go slower, then you'll be like, well, we got to go faster. Got to go faster. Got to go faster. Falls apart, you slow down a little bit, then faster. And you'll become comfortable. Just like driving a car. How long did you drive yesterday, you said?
3.5 hours.
Do you remember any of that drive, like what you did driving? No, right? You're probably like fucking with the radio, music, talking on the phone. You drop something down in the back seat, so you're like zooming around. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, California drivers are all around you, cutting in front of you, slamming on brakes. You know what I'm saying? You don't care. Did your heart rate rise at all? Not at all. 3.5 hours. On the death tour gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing compared to the highways out here. You know what I'm saying? So we can already do this. You guys can already do this. We just have to become comfortable with this level of intensity because it's not going to be done at Hombu. It is not going to be done at Hombu. First of all, most of those dudes are much older. If you're 80, you don't want people like kung fu and full speed martial art attack, takedown, ground and pound. They're not doing that. They're showing you points that are super important. They're not fighting. You need to fight. Not you, but I'm just kidding. Understand? You guys got to make this training yourself. So we did level 4. Does anyone want to just play around with level 5? You're not going to do level 5 good, but since we've done this like 1, 2, 3, 4, just play around with level 5. I think you guys will find level 5 easier than level 4.
So level 4, we're still just standing and no only get to take one step.
So when I say you're standing there, I don't mean you're standing there waiting until they smack you. I mean, Hiromi's over there, go back, and you're coming in to draw and cut me, right? As I'm here, I'm like, did I wait for her to get there? Okay, so as she's coming in, I went, see what that looks like? And she keeps cutting. So I'm still dynamic here, but how many steps do I get to take? Just the one. Just the one. I just get to take one. So I'm here. Don't do that last one, that's too.
I noticed because she's coming in, it's easier to get the control position.
This is what I'm saying. So I'm saying, once you can do level 5 and you can start to, put these things in, it's going to be easier. At first, it's super hard because you haven't done it. But once you drill 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, level 5 it's really not easier in real life with real swords because that's scary. But in the dojo, it's kind of easier. Does that make sense? So let's try that. A little level 5, just for fun.
Happy to be the cutter.
In all the stuff that we're doing, there are fulcrums between you two. So if I'm a puncher, where's the fulcrum for my punches? What? Shoulders. I want to control the shoulders for punches. If I have a knife in my hand, where's the fulcrum? Shoulders. If I'm holding a sword, where's the fulcrum?
Shoulders?
Wrist.
It's the elbow of the sword, which is the kote. Why? Here's the control. I need to control this area. So, right? So if Dom has this, and he's going to draw it, right? So it's slow, so we can see. As I come in, you guys are doing this. Whoop. See where I'm at? Okay? That's good. So I'm here. I'm going to go 1, See, and notice I'm not grabbing anything.
Right.
So as I come in, I may be like, shoo, boom. You understand? Yeah. So what you're going to notice, like you guys that are training for a while, you're not going to be able to stop him before he draws. And you're not going to be able to be like, out, he cuts, and get back in. What's going to happen is, it's happening at the same time. That's what's going to happen. So you've got to learn to do this. Did you see what just happened there? So I tried to exaggerate a little bit. I'll slow it down. So yeah, so shoo. No, not this. I'm not grabbing shit. Okay? I'll do it with my left hand this time so you can see. Sunk. You see what's happening there? So wherever he is, we're coming on this. Understand? You're going to have it's going to be a draw. Once both of you get competent, it's going to be a draw. So what does a draw mean? It means that now I've got to be able to deflect. So do this one here, right? So he's coming in, right? So it's just boom. See where I'm at? Okay. Now that may happen. Or if it goes from my shoulder, right? So maybe like, boom. What I'm not doing is, so I'm not doing that. As he's swinging, I'm going boom. I'm just in the way, like if I had a sword, just slow motion, like, actually, this is fine. This is a sword, I'm gonna hold it like this because there's no tension here. So if I was like, whoop, that's just gonna slide over, right? That's all I'm doing with my arm, it's the same thing. As he's coming in, I'm going, boom. Like earlier we did the floating thing, it's the same thing. So whether it's drawn here, okay, I'm just going, zoom. Not this. Because here, he's going to kill me. I need to be able to get him on the next thing. I'll do it left hand. Boom, pow, pow. Understand? But if I do this, I'm going to do it wrong, just so you can see. Right? That's me. That's a flinch. That's a flinch where I had uncontrolled, not really, I did it on purpose, but if you do that, it's your uncontrolled tension going too far. I just need to control this space. So just come in slow. I just need to go there. I don't need to chase it out here. Okay, one more time. I just need to make sure, see I'm just here, one finger. See, you can't come back in. I don't need to chase it down. I just need to control this space. So swing it like this. So when we're here, I go, whoop. See, I'm controlling that from coming back through. I'm not grabbing it. So do that cut again. Now, say it just took me off. I just need him to bump against it. So one more time. Does this make sense? I'm not saying it's easy to do, but it's not complicated to do. I'm doing the same thing over and over again, which is putting my toe toku between me, the target, and the next immediate threat. So hold it up like this a minute. Where's the next immediate threat? It's that. Now, can I toe toku his blade? Now, if I have some armor on, I can toe toku his blade. I do not. So, where's the closest place I can toe toku? Below the scabbard, right? Which would be wrist. So, as he's coming forward, I'm just going. Maybe he goes a little lower. I go, ugh. So you see, it's just the same kamae over and over. It's the same thing, whether I'm armed, unarmed, he's armed, unarmed, different weapons. It's all the same thing. Sorry. So I don't know why, he's going to attack me or whatever with that, right? So So right, she's about to come back through. What am I doing? I'm just doing the same thing. Do you understand? But everyone wants to be like, okay? there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I might do that too. But think about this. If I wanted to nail him, am I going to get this close to do it? Stand there. Or am I going to be here? Does he even think I can get him from there? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why? Because it's going to go, wham! I'm not going to fight here where he might get me. I'm going to fight back here. And I'm going to be like, whoop, and I'm pull back here and be like, what you gonna do? And then I can go, whoop, we'll change it to this, we'll control, it doesn't matter, whoop, understand, boom, whack. It's the same thing. This, that, it doesn't matter, it's all the same thing. So people are like, we need to focus on the yari or whatever. Yeah, sure. It's the same thing. I mean, you do need to hold the yari. You need to practice doing yari stuff. Hiromi does, because she's doing these Chinese martial arts, so she's like, and it's all tired. Yeah, but it's real stuff. But do you guys understand this level 5? I think that's pretty good for today. Thank you. So let's gather in here and just talk for a moment. Gather your thoughts so that you can be like, So try and encapsulate, and it doesn't matter if you say the same thing as someone else, but try to get an idea that you want to hold into your head and integrate. There may be 10 of them, but pick one. And it doesn't matter if everyone else has the same one. If everyone in here took one idea and it was the same idea and everyone integrated it, we'd all be better. Do you understand? So don't worry about being different or cool or whatever. Just think for a moment, what idea or concept, and of course the most recent thing is going to be in your head, right? But just take a moment, think back through the day. Whatever, maybe there's something you're like, man, I really like that. Now is your time to think about it. Interception.
Thank you. So, it was, now of course it's going to leave my head. No, it was the idea that even at a level 4, if I'm kind of hakey and kind of like don't sweat getting cut and just go with what looks I can get from that moment, whatever, it seems to work. The more hakey I am about it, the more I seem to find things and make it work. Less worried about getting hit. Just so. That's real or not, but that's what I came up with today.
So I'm really liking what we did earlier, yesterday, today, of being in the right place at the right time when an attack is coming in, so moving from one to the other and being there and stuffing the oncoming attack. I really like that. That's I can. Getting hit, stuff like that, I'm used to that. But being able to almost anticipate or be ahead of the attack.
Do you guys ever play video games? Like first-person shooter stuff? You've done it a few times, you're like, this guy's gonna come out of this building here. So you're already like, you shoot him and so you start to know the pattern of the game. It's very similar to that. Because as a human being, you have 2 arms and 2 legs, right? And so if Dante throws a left jab, right cross, his next choices are very, very, very limited. And so they have to come from the same region. So if I just take control of that region first, we're good. Does that make sense? And you start to know, it's like, and it becomes fun because Soke would talk about this concept. Kako Genzai Mirai, which is the past, the present, and the future is all in this one moment. And that sounds super awesome and spiritual and mystical and but what he's talking about is you saw what happened. He walked from there to here to here, and as he steps here, you know where his next step will be going. You know what I'm saying? You're on the street, the car pulled out, it's pulling it, you know where they're going next. Past, present, future. So you can start to predict. But so you do this when you drive your car. You put your car, you're like, that dude's gonna get up. So you slow down, let him on the highway, speed up, don't let him on the highway, whatever, you know, whichever you do. But you're predicting, and you know where it's coming next. This is how the Budo is, but it's easier than cars, because cars each have a crazy mind of their own inside of it doing stuff. Here, it's one mind controlling different pieces, and the pieces have to work like as a unit, kind of. They can't separately do stuff. They're not like octopus or something. So it's interesting. It makes it more fun, because now you're not just like, I can get punched and I can punch you, and at the end of the day, whoever can take the most punches is the winner. Which is kind of boxing, you know what I mean, or MMA or wrestling or whatever. It's kind of, not exactly, but kind of. But this is more fun.
Yeah.
This is predicting the future. So, I like it.
Okay. All right. I did want to say.
my idea.
No ideas.
He does that.
Right?
Be careful.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still just stuck on the last thing that we were doing, and it's just kind of humorous. And I love these guys, working with these guys especially I was hoping to work with this gentleman today, because he always pushes me. And, you know, the intensity here, if we start out and we're trying to be buddies and don't hurt each other with the, you know, it's a good thing we're using these phone weapons and stuff, because, I mean, think about that, what was it? Ron said, think about when they were using Bocan, and that's their primary weapon. They'd be out for, you know, how long, healing bones. But, I mean, we just got beat today, just beat. And the whole concept of trying to evade a weapon has just still got me like bungled of like, what, you know, who came up with that stupid idea? And like, why weren't we like, you know, why weren't we working on this, you know, we or haven't seen, somebody goes blindly to Japan, and we go there, like Rob's saying, we get interpretations of what is happening, or what Soke or, you know, Seno or whoever else you're training with, you know, have given you, and you're like, you know, you take it away as from our own perspective, and then later on we find out it's like something different. You're like, wow, that's a a lot of difference. It's you know, that's what makes this continue to be, you know, like Rob was saying, this pushing, you know, for the 6 treasures or whatever, pushing this to limit with each other is totally necessary, because no matter how long we train, at least for me, you know, I'm still learning new stuff all the time, and I'm learning new and better ways to do things. Maybe I can't do them right away because they're not ingrained in my psyche yet. But you know, luckily I got all the tapes and the, you know, videos or whatever, and my notes to help me and guide me. So I'm gonna have to chew on that one for a little bit and try to, you know, I mean, we've worked on it for how many years since I've been coming now? I don't know, last at least 3 or 4 years. And like I watch all the videos. I teach this stuff in my class, but this one thing is something that baffled me today. So I just wanted to say I'm here learning as much as you guys are every day.
Thank you. So I have two concepts that came. One is this whole idea of controlling space. Most of the time I'm looking at the opponent and what they're doing, as opposed to looking at the space between me and them. And what can I do with that space? I look at it like music, as the silence between the notes is as important as the notes to make the composition. So for me, that was a very interesting place to look at. The negative positive space, I would say. The other thing that is really inspiring is I've been in Bujinkan since '88, so quite some time, and I'm trying to unlearn and really come from a mindset of a white belt, like a real true beginner that doesn't know anything, and that the only purpose here is, first of all, the joy of the camaraderie here and being together, but also the ability to really, when you have this concept of I know something, that's the point where I stop learning, and I'm trying to really come from the mindset that I really don't know anything. And then let's see what I discover, and this is like a very powerful approach, at least for me, to learn more. So thank you for your gifts of training and for the blessing of all of us being here together. So and for you guys to really creating this amazing community here. So I appreciate it very much.
It is a very good community, right? So let me say something in between. You guys talk a minute, but let me say, I said this every time, and it just keeps getting better. Thanks, Alex, for this place and your training and your desire to keep pushing this art forward. Alex is younger than Dante or Paul or me, but you've still been training a while. And Dante, Ron, Jim, a lot of years training martial arts. And maybe not just this martial art, but other martial arts, right? Training martial arts. Robin, 6 or 7 years training martial arts, times 10. So, and I mean, there's all kinds of levels of skill here. I mean, Ray's a black belt in BJJ. You know, you got lots of people that could just be like, I know what's going on. But you don't. You're coming in here and you're like you said, beginner white belt mindset. And I think, man, we're so lucky. We are so lucky. How good would, this is no knock on them, they're really good. How good would the Japanese be if they did this? How good would, you know, if when Oguri and Sino, Shizuka, Manaka, and they're all alive, they got together and they're like, let's just ramp it up a little bit. Let's just see where this goes a little bit. What would this thing be like now? Never, ever. Couldn't. No way. Nah. Won't happen. And not gonna happen now either. We're lucky. We're lucky that we're foreigners. Where we're like, oh, I don't know. Anyway, so let's just smack each other. You know what I'm saying? We can do that. Right? But this is what, you know, because we all have like, I think this might be true, that might be true. Like I can lift 6,000 pounds. Then you go to lift 6,000 pounds, like, wow, I couldn't lift it. You know what I'm saying? You're like, whatever you believe, you can kind of find out when you run up against the wall of resistance. Right. But we got to do it safe. So like you said, good thing we got these soft things. Well, we'd still suck if we were using Boken. Or we'd be injured and not training, which means we'd suck, right? So we have to use these soft weapons so that we can level it up. And once we're leveled up, then we can start to level up the weapons we train with. We're probably never going to do high speed with swords or Boken. Just too much chance of injury. It's like going high speed BJJ with other guys. Eventually, you're going to get an injury. You know what I'm saying? But man, thank you guys for coming in, sweating, smacking, going home with some bruises. I mean, not me, but you guys. Right? And this is what I feel grateful, because I've trained 40 years. 20 of them, I'm training more than everybody in Japan for 20 years. I don't want to say, I'm not saying that egotistically. I'm just saying I'm at Hombu every day for 20 years. Okay? And most people that live there are once a week, and if they're really dedicated, twice. So I got to be at Hombu every day and teach class every day. So I got to train, and I got to see, like, man, there's shit going on here that no one is aware of. And the reason they're not aware of it is because they already know. Because they already know. They already know whatever they think they know, and they can't. So there was a guy from England, he was a Daishihan, and he's like, they're walking away from Hombu after class with some other Daishihans, and they're like, you want to go eat? He's like, no, I'm going to Rob's class now. They're like, Rob, why would you go to his class? And he's like, well, he's really good. He's like, well, I've been training as long as he has. That's what they said. And like I said earlier to someone, I'm like, well, I've been playing basketball as long as Michael Jordan has. Why would I want to learn anything from that dude? I mean, it just, as soon as you hear it, you're just like, you're stupid, right? So I'm grateful that finally there's people that are like, I know stuff. Peter knows stuff. You know stuff. You guys know stuff. But you're like, well, let's put that aside for a minute. What might be here? And then you are you're like, wow, I'm glad I did that, because now I'm thinking about this. And you can, like Dante does, go back and he's tweaking it. And he's like, how do I put it into my thing? I'm still putting salt in it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But but we're doing it. So the next time we get together, every time it's better. Guys, I don't know if you realize this or not. She'll tell you. We just did what's basically one class this afternoon session, where we went through the whole Muto Dori module. That doesn't mean anything to most of you. That's like a week's worth of training. We went through the whole Muto Dori module. Now, I've been tweaking how I teach it a little bit, but yeah, that's, you guys were, you remember what you did the very first 2 hours ago? Right? And then what you could do towards the end. And how it's just like, it's not perfect yet, but how long will it take you to get highly competent at that? I mean, where it looks like everyone else is watching, we're like, wow, he's just walking through those attacks. Not long, which is amazing. Because, man, I've been showing this shit for 15 years. And it's just like, So, great. That's what I want to say. I'll say some more stuff later, but just to your point, what a community. Thank you. Who's next? You, Jason?
Find the fulcrum, find the control point.
Nice. That's kind of like that show Heroes. Save the cheerleader, save the world. It's like that.
This would be a t-shirt.
Right?
I'm just grateful for both of you guys coming and doing this. I remember talking to Ron a couple of years ago when you came out, and he said some things. He goes, "You already know all this stuff," and I go, "Okay." So in respect, I'm like, I've been doing a lot of other things. Even when I go to Hanbo, I let him know that I'm going to Japan and training with, but. It's real interesting, the egos that are so involved that limit our practice or influence. And so again, for years I've watched you, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this Hombu Dojo, and for you coming out and making the time. Plus, keeping going, man. The dedication and the love that you have for Soke is like, I'm so grateful because I'm on that path too, and I want to be a strong link and pass it forward in a good way to where it's going to live on, and honor our teacher. Thank you so much.
I'm still thinking about what to say.
I'm just really grateful to be here. I appreciate all your guys' help in teaching me. I think we all teach each other when we practice together. So playing with different opponents is really good and fun, and I just happy to be here.
Good.
Yeah, same thing. First, just express gratitude for Hiromi and Rob, and I can attest to what you were saying earlier, because all the people I would travel to Japan with, none of them would want to train with Rob, so I'd always be on my own. I'm like, you guys don't know what you're missing, right? But they were just so full of themselves, thinking that they know it all. So that really is a hindrance, right? It prevents you from being able to learn, see new things. But truly, these 6 treasures have really enriched my life in so many ways. I've never really had a need to use any self-defense to defend myself, but all these treasures I use daily in my life, and they enrich my life. So thank you. You guys are mostly a big part of that, how much I appreciate this culture. And even looking in the dojo, I started training with Kevin Mellis, and that looks like his bell that he had in his dojo. Just those little trinkets that just bring back memories of when I was a white belt, green belt, learning everything. My big insight for today is act, don't react. And at first I always thought there was offense, defense, right? But even Sui, which is kind of defensive, it's still you're acting because you're moving ahead of them. To do it right, you have to move before they do. That's what I kind of was reinforced today, is even Sui, even though you look like you're being defensive, you're acting,
you're still controlling the kukan.
Yeah, controlling the kukan, and that was a cool insight, because it kind of broke a paradigm shift for me.
Nice. That's all we want.
I just want to say, I really appreciate this whole scenario here, that, it's like a good life learning situation. And I like the fact that how we even, as we're going through, we're respecting each other and acknowledging each other, not trying to actually break each other. You know, I like the fact too that it's like when I first came here, you know, knowing that Ron brought this up and that how others were being memorized and that just moved on, and how like without them places like this wouldn't be happening, and like people like Alex here just managed to be able to get up and be able to keep it going, and that's what I kind of appreciate is just like the main thing is keep going, you know.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you for everyone that I got to train with who did not step on my broken foot. I mean, got through so far.
It was half of you.
Yeah. I know, we're not done. Yeah. Plenty of time left.
We still got time.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm having a blast being here with all of you guys. Real positive atmosphere. Like everybody wants to learn and help each other learn, and I really appreciate that. And so like one of the takeaways for me was just the feeling, you know, the keeping your upper body exactly the same when you're moving forward or backward, so they can't really see exactly which way you're going and stuff. That was a really, really cool insight for me. And I'm hoping to get as good as you someday at just redirecting that hand just past me.
I just want to remind you, you will get as good as I am now someday.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to hold on to that. Thank you.
Well, I was told there's going to be food here, so I'm not sure what happened.
You lied to me.
You lied to me. No, it was a good trip. My training partner decided to retire, so I haven't been have an actual partner to work with. So this is really nice, especially. I've never met most of you people before, so it's even better because that's more of a test to do it with people you've never met. I think the atmosphere has been pretty good here. Like Dom caught me on a couple things. Says, hey, you know, you're telling, like you're saying, you're giving tell when you move. You raise your arms and lower your arms. That's a tell, like you were just saying. So it's nice that you have some positive feedback without the ego trips going on. Like, look how better I am than you. So it's been a really good day. Some of the stuff you've been harping on us for years. One day we'll get it. You know, like the next attack opportunity. You know, it's like looks like the avenue of attack. You know, guard it. So it's been a good time. So I really appreciate it.
So Mike's a good example. I mean, he came in from St. Louis, right? So flew in for the training, and he's in a situation that many people are in. Not Alex, because he has a nice dojo, but he's making nice, right? But other people, they don't have people to train with to push them up. But you notice when you're here, it's like, oh, finally I get to train. Man, I love this. Mike's been training a long time. He trained with me in Japan 20 years ago. We were together in Oguri Sensei's class. So this dude's been around, he knows stuff. You notice how Dom is good. Dan lived in Japan for 4 years, training 5 times a week. We're working out together, training. Matt's been coming to Japan now the last few years. There's people, Dante, lots of knowledge and information. Did anybody feel like any of these guys were trying to like interrupt and teach and correct from a position of like, I know it?
No.
Not at all. But like you guys are saying, everyone's willing to help, but everyone's like reticent, and I'm not going to stand up and say anything, but it's like, well, okay, yeah, your foot's a little bit out of place. You know what I'm saying? Fucking awesome. Because you guys are good. You know, you have information, you have skills, okay? You got stuff that you can do. But no one's like, I know what I can do. But you can do. Versus the people that are like, no, see what you got to do is tie your belt with the loop of whatever, I don't know, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But they suck, but they're going to teach you. There's none of that here. It's really awesome. Again, I could pretty much say, Alex, go work with him and interject useful stuff. I'm just saying that being that vague in general. And he could do that, even with Dante or whatever. Even with it on. Now, he might not want me to do that, but he could do that. And the same thing could be in reverse. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a high level of skill here, and being compatriots, we're able to be like, yeah, you don't notice it, but your wrist is doing, I don't know, whatever the thing is. And you're like, I was doing that. And everyone would be like, shit, I was doing that. Not like, don't tell me what I'm doing. I have trained, and my rank is more important than your rank. And you know what I'm saying? This is what's cool. This is what's cool. 1988, right? Yeah, man, almost the same. It's awesome.
Again, thank you, everybody. It's been a really long time since I've been touched inappropriately by so many people. Thank you. You know,
it's like 3 or 4 days ago.
I haven't had that kind of love from everybody. You know, now I really know what the Chichibatsu means and the appropriateness of using that. Coming to this, and especially with the 6 treasures and the community of everything, it's an ugly world. There's horrifically ugly things going on every day, but it's not in this room right now.
Oh.
And that to me is the beauty of Bujinkan. You know, having 40 years of experience in multiple different arts doesn't mean crap if you can't spend time with people that are like-minded. And that like-minded, for me, spans any and every art form. It doesn't matter. So when we come together, and anytime we have helpful information, you're not taking it like somebody's trying to throw their ego down your throat. You're actually being in a position that you know it's coming from the heart. I've been really blessed to meet so many people that have taught me more and more about kokoro and understanding the beauty and the heart of what this is. And spending time with you guys here was priceless to me. So thank you. Thank you. The takeaway that I get to take away from today more than anything else is, I don't care if I did good or bad or indifferent. I just don't care. I was here. I got to feel it, experience it, bruise, maybe, you know. But ultimately, the beauty was just like we hear all the time, gambate. Just don't stop. It'll stick. It'll float in that little buffer of your computer, and all of a sudden you'll be able to come in, and one day it's going to be like, oh, that's what you meant. And that's what I hope for. So thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I just like to say thanks to all the people that got the facility together despite all the issues, the rain and everyone who helped.
Now it's quiet.
Go home at 5. And the weapons, we all had enough tools and everything. Everybody who pitched in was kudos to y'all, and I'll have good things to bring back about everybody here to say. I'm the only foreigner, I think, here, but
he's the 51st state.
Not for long, yeah. But no, it's been fantastic. Everybody's been good and fun, and it's a great bunch of people. My takeaways are, it kind of was mentioned, like, I'm glad it's hard. Like, this stuff is difficult, and so it keeps everybody humble, and it's kind of important to train difficult things, and we tend to want to go into the comfort zone and do the things we're good at, and we used to say, like, don't train in the white, don't train in the red, but train in the orange, where it's not where it's way too hard. If you're breaking your combined flinching, it's too much. Bring it down a level, but don't train where it's just so easy you're not learning. So that's my point. Anyway, thank y'all.
Canadan. All right.
There's the usual thing of just more repetition and polishing off, the sharp edges of what I'm learning here over this weekend. Last night I was able to improvise like several different ways of doing the Mushidori when we were doing one of the drills later.
Dude, your improvement. completely noticeable. Several people came up and like, did you see Matt?
Yeah.
And I was like, Matt's not here. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're really, really good, dude. Really impressive.
I saw it too, yeah. Well, thanks. That's very flattering. Today, I felt like I had an epiphany with usually the Mutadori drills. They feel like sitting in a car at a red light with my foot hovering over the pedal, waiting for the light to turn green, and then stomping as fast as I can. And today, it did not feel that way to me.
Nice.
Nice. And I wasn't getting hit. Like, getting hit's fine, but like, it was working. So I look forward to going home and working on that.
Cool, man.
I like what you said about the video game. So nowadays in video games, you get infinite lives. So you can put it on the hardest mode and just keep going until you get good at it. And that's kind of what this drill is like, because we're at a handicap. You give the other person a sword, so I'm already at a disadvantage. I already know the threat's coming. And them moving at speed helps me, because if I flinch, I'm completely out of play. I'm not in any good position to attack. So I associate flinching with losing and end up not wanting to do that. So that's something that doing these type of drills, I can actually share a little testimony about that. I lifeguard at a pool with a water polo team that sucks, and a few weeks ago, I had out the corner of my eye, water polo ball right there, and the only thing I could do was this, and it went right there. And immediately I was like, that's because of this class.
You thought about me right when that happened?
Yeah, because I see you do that all the time.
Your face was on that ball. He goes, well, there's Rob.
Yeah, I was calling you Wilson.
Rob did that.
No, I was calling you Wilson at the time. But no, but I see you do that all the time. Where you're just like, and then punch goes by.
Cool. Good story.
Yeah, so I like the talk that we have about community. So I watch the videos, prep videos from Baltimore, Florida, and I'm watching a segment, just getting myself prepped up for it. But then when you come over here and actually try to practice it hands-on, yeah, it's just like comparing apples and oranges. So like what you said, like whatever that I thought I saw is completely different of what we're doing.
And what's funny is he was with me on prep number 1, right? So he was in Japan months ago when we started this sequence, right? And he was there doing it. So it's funny, right? It's like you just getting in there and doing it is quite a different thing than
exactly.
Imagine it in your brain. Yeah.
But then again, because of the community here in this dojo, everyone's giving me feedback, mostly positive. So, but yeah, because of you guys, I feel like I'm getting better doing this art. So can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone I trained with. Thanks to everyone for being here, and everyone for helping me realize. I think So Hiromi pointed some things out today that made some things click that hadn't done before, so that was helpful. But in terms of the takeaway, I guess there were several, but one of the things that the Mutadori drills especially reminded me of is you have to make errors to learn, but it's also important to make different kinds of errors to find the limit, like the Goldilocks zone of distancing, for example. So be willing to make different errors, I guess, is the bottom line.
That's right.
All right, so it's good to see.
That's wrong.
Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
So be it. It's good to see Jason and Alex here. I think the first time I came to the seminar here that you had come to, God, what was that, like 10 years ago or so?
It was a while back.
Those guys
7,
were
8.
here. We were in some law office or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're at your office, and it was like Ray, 300 degrees outside.
First time I met Ray too. Anyways, I was just thinking about the memories.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Anywho, so the starting early, starting before, right? Like I'm realizing that that is earlier than I ever thought it was. And I've heard you point it out, and several of my, other mentors have always talked about Soke's moving before you. He's moving before everybody. He's, and I see it, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense until you have to do it. And then you realize, God, I'm still too late, So just how early it has to be, even when you feel that vibe of like, oh, this guy's going to start some shit.
Yeah.
Or, why is that guy looking at, like, it has to be that early, right? Like, so it's kind of cool. No, great stuff. Good to see everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Alex?
Sure.
Okay. About the what? Oh. I think I had a moment where it started getting more intense, and we were hitting each other even harder. And then I started to feel like more the compatriotism getting hotter, And that little flag back there inside the weapons rack that says I think it's Koken Chiai or something like that, right? Like the crossing swords, love or something like that. And it made a lot of sense. Well, that's what I think it says, right? So it made a lot more sense. So I found myself like rooting for the person that I was working with, because I felt that when they did something better, I felt like I got that spirit to get better as well, and it was like connecting.
Yes.
Yeah. I had another weird thought, because we have a picture of Takamatsu Sensei here. There's Ron right there, and then we're talking about Oguri and Seno, Ishizuka. Like they're all like gone. They're dead, and they had their time, and they were working at this, and during their youth, this was just as important as it was to them. And Rob had mentioned something like, we got to see Soke in our youth. We got to see him move the way he does now in our youth, so that we don't have to wait to get to that age to move that way. And that really hit me. And so I think those are just some of the things that I got from this one. I was going to mention the things coming in really early, because something in you doesn't believe it, that by coming in early you can actually get something from the opponent. But until you do it and it happens, it's almost like it's almost a little paranormal, where you like, did I just see that, or did that just happen? But then when you try to replicate it through effort, it doesn't quite work the same, Yeah. So the times that you did something really well was either because you were really in it, you just moved at the right moment, but then trying to replicate it gets difficult. Right? So those are some of the things that
Holy shit, all that was great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly true, is it not? Let's be honest. I know, because I was it, and then I watched it. You just don't really believe it. You say it, yes, oh yeah, but you really don't believe it. I see it in homebrew. I see it in homebrew in classes all the time, because it's like the teacher shows a thing, and they're like, oh yeah, this teacher's great. I'm the student, and blah, blah, and like, well, then do what he's doing. Yeah, but you can't really do that.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's like, very, very well-known people that literally, they're like, this is my teacher, and I'm following them. I'm a dedicated student. I have all the awards from them. And then it's like, well, your teacher just did this and said this explicit thing to you. Oh yeah, because we can't do that. It's like,
Yeah, why would he tell you?
right? I'll tell you later.
Just lastly, I wanted to thank everybody that I worked with, and thank you for your honest effort. When you came in and really honestly tried to kill me, I really liked that. So thank you. Sorry for all of the work that's going on, the roofers and everything. I'm glad no one stepped on a nail, because we've had roofing nails fall. really kept to. I'm glad it doesn't smell like mold because it was pretty bad. But the roof is getting done, so hopefully by the next time that we have this, I'm looking to put a little AC unit in here potentially and continue to.
Can you guys imagine
I
that?
highly support that.
Yeah. Well, I take donations. Yeah, so the place looks kind of rough right now, but the vision that I have, I think you guys will really like it. And I know it doesn't make a difference whether you train in a palace or in Compton or whatever, but you gotta admit it does something to your spirit when you're in somewhere that you could have a little bit of reverence for. So that's what I'm
There's
really
no
trying to
question.
do. Yeah.
But it attaches into what you said earlier about you felt from the competitiveness, this level of competition. The competition is not, can I look good and Erlan look like shit? The competition is, can I help Erlan get better? And then, fuck yeah, I helped him get better. Oh no, I gotta level up. And he's like, I'll help you level up. So everyone's like, well, we don't have competition as the Bujinkan. The fuck you don't. Every one of those people that say that are competing to make sure the other person doesn't get better. Right. Like every one of them that's doing that.
I noticed there was an eagerness to get the sword and be the guy swinging. So that because it was an opportunity to let your people you were with train some more, try it some more, give them something different. It was like, you know what I mean? Like otherwise it would be like a chore to be the guy who's always doing that, but there was none of that. It was really cool. So.
Yeah, great. Thanks. So you don't mean
Alex?
Oh no, I already won.
Everybody, what done?
Everybody spoke, right?
Yeah. Robbie?
Okay, now prepare.
Robbie.
Hinomi's gonna speak. It doesn't matter.
Okay. First, thank you for organizing Paul. Thank you, Paul. And also thank you for have us again. So dojo Alex. Thank you so much. So this is last seminar of this trip. Like we spent it like more than 2 months in America, and actually spending time in America is not easy because food different, all the time English, and also no my cute girls. Normally I'm working at the belly dance industry, so I have a studio. So every day I'm work with good looking girls. So
we can break
and girls always hug me, kiss me, feed me. I'm like a king in there. I feel good. But here I feel like only alone kunoichi, and every day I need to cook these, and also papa. So 3 big boys. It's tough for me, but why I come back to America? Because come to see you guys. Because this is super duper. Robbie, ちゃんと持ってみてて。Robbie, you played. 今日いっぱい遊んだよ。頑張って仕事して。So, in Japan, of course, some member visited us and we can training, but always not this big number. And as a martial artist, especially like me, if I'm a woman, normally we don't do physical fight, less than men. And also, most of girls don't have a chance to know the reality. Hey Robbie, can you work or not? If you cannot, I can put the stand. Do you understand? I have doubt. So anyway, this is my daily life, right? Like if I ask, like, Rob, did you get that? Oh, no, not yet. Hey,
I don't even know what
Robbie,
she
are you
said.
okay? No. Yeah, but I can tell you, today, and yesterday, I feel so thank you about this Alex too. Why? Because he is expert dad. He is so good at what can
Dadding.
I say? yeah, like entertain kids and sweet wife, but you know, this is my fault. I choose, he is a little handicapped. He is a genius. He is a genius of martial arts, and that's why I can forgive everything, because he changed my life actually. Because before I met Hatsumi Sensei, I tried many different martial arts. But what happened is, because I'm a girl and I'm a dancer, many Japanese guys, many old style Japanese martial artists, first day I could enjoy. Second day, they will ask my number. And they will say, hey, why you want to do martial arts? Look at your hand. It's like, looks like fragile. You shouldn't fight. I can protect you. Different story, right? So I feel like, for girl, it's a little difficult to get the respect from martial arts industry guy. So I almost gave up from the martial arts once, because I tried many, but the lucky thing is we had some special connection, and coincidentally we met. And first I didn't believe ninjutsu, because you know, we are losers. World War II, we lose, right? So most of
America. Sorry. You're all thinking it.
Yeah, most of Japanese people thought we are bad, we are weak. If ninja really exists, why we couldn't stop that someone has a power to press the nuclear weapon button? Why we didn't assassinate? Yeah, that is our fundamental mindset after the World War II. So most of Japanese people don't want to look our old glory side. We almost like a mind wash, brainwash, like all of our arts are shit. So you know, if I couldn't meet Hatsumi Sensei, I didn't know this martial arts. But because of him, he trained me, prepared me 6 months before he let me meet Hatsumi Sensei. So he was very, very strict and mean. So
you can't imagine that, right?
Yeah, that era, I couldn't imagine why I still be with him, you know. I just thought he is my big brother, but very, very bad guy, and also very mean. But somehow, when I see Shitenno Sensei and Hatsumi Sensei, they started to say, yeah, Hiromi, you should trust him. He's a good man. I had many doubts, but because most of Japanese shihans tried to get me, you know, because I'm rare. I'm a girl. Actually, not a girl.
I already told you guys that. You
I'm
knew
old
that.
woman,
She's a
but,
girl. Yeah.
You know, I'm a woman and Japanese, and also because of my father and my grandfather, I was a little bright about martial arts more than normal girls, and also because of my background, I was work at the entertainment industry. So
And her front ground helped a lot too. Just
I'm an actress. Like I studied like many things similar with Hatsumi Sensei, and also like some special connection had. Like I learned esoteric parts of Japanese, like healing way and Japanese enchant calligraphy and stuff, and that was rare for them. So they wanted to have me as a kind of advertising tool, you know, because if I'm there, I can translate to the guest, and also I am physically big Japanese, so not looks so fragile. So everybody say, hey Hiromi, come. So I asked Shitenno Sensei and Soke, I'm a Japanese, so should I study from Japanese people? Like what is the best way for you? I asked Soke. And then Soke said, stay with him. He's a good teacher, no doubt. So, okay. And like I stayed, and now I understood why, because like Rob said, many people said, I am 30 years studying, 40 years studying, but how many days a week you study? Most of the time, maximum 3 times a week, but he studied 6 days a week minimum, and because of him, 5 days a week minimum some point. So of course it's different story, right? But sometimes people's ego don't want to accept it. No, oh, my 30 years is so precious. We didn't say your 30 years is not precious, but because he already understood the differences, that's why become a little defensive and ego will grow. And if that kind of things happened, the mind will be weak, and then that person cannot bloom as who he is. But all of this member, I know many seniors. I really appreciate to get the experience from senior people. I really honor. Thank you so much. And but everybody so strong heart. That's why everybody's heart is beyond the ego, and everybody committed. We will improve. We will towards where was Soke, right? That's the differences. Martial arts is limitless, no ceiling. But some people just try to stay same place 100 years. It's waste. Our life is limited. So I want to break through together. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I really, really, really appreciate each of you. So thank you so much. And at the end, thank you for teaching me, Rob. Thank you.
Finally. So there's food tonight. Kenwoods? Kenwoods, 7:30?
7:30, Kenwoods. Should be able to fit everybody. I'm gonna make another call and tell them.
I was going to say one more. Can I say one more thing?
Alex is still talking.
Hold on. Let me just say one more thing.
Okay.
Hold on.
You ready?
I'm just helping.
Okay. Get ready. Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
So, we were just in Japan, like 3-4 months ago, and I had never gone and trained at the Hambu and trained with Rob, like in the same trip, right? So this is my first time doing that, and I got more out of Rob's class than I did out of going to the Hambu. And maybe it's because, he's speaking English or whatnot, but I think there's just a style of teaching that, if anyone here's ever taken like a high-level chemistry course, and didn't do so well in that, and then went and took another one with a different teacher, same class, and did a lot better and understood a lot more. There's a difference in the way a class is taught. And I think Rob's way of teaching just, at least for me, echoes a lot more, and I can walk away with more. I mean, it's cool to go to the Hambu and, see all the, all of that stuff. That's an experience within itself, right? But just as far as like takeaway, you'll see a lot of that in graduate school too. If you look at different professors and how much you get from them, and a lot of you guys I know have taken graduate level courses, and some teachers you get a lot from, and some you're just like, why am I even here? But I really appreciate that piece of training with Rob, and I think that having that here in the U.S. is a huge bonus for us, right? Like having him come here is.
My plan is one day he will rule the world. No, I'm just kidding. So
there you go.
So yeah, no, it's important because we've talked about this many times, Japan and here. I'm not trying to teach. I'm trying to let you guys figure shit out. That's all you can really do. I can't teach you anything. You can learn, but I can't teach anything. So I just try to be like, here's this thing, here's this boundary, here's this boundary. Do it. See what happens.
Sorry, because of my English is not good, so sometimes I thank you. I feel like I couldn't say that or this, but what he said was, what can I say? I always feel, actually, even though someone teach waza, people cannot grow. People need nutrition, right? And he gave you guys nutrition. He give him nutrition. Do you understand? Because even though if we want to make curry, the recipe here, curry is this. But if we don't have carrot and potato and curry roux or something, we cannot make. So he give us what we need to cook. If we want to cook something, is that understandable?
What language are you speaking?
What are we cooking again?
And so everybody like stuck on like a waza or a katachi, but no, like if each of you individually cannot make good kamae, and kamae is not kata. The structure, if we cannot be, what can I say? If you can't, how can I say? Like many people don't know how to use body. That's what I see, and I'm sad because if the person will be 100% him, he can be strong. But always do something unnatural for him and maximize himself. Like put it in the cage. So actually the kata should be set you free. But from my side, many people, because of kata, they lose freedom. Do you understand? Like for Japanese people, kata is a key to open up your lock to set your bird free to fly the air. But people stuck the kata so much, so kata is like a new cage and rock yourself and you don't do what you can do. But he is like a unlock, like a reset. So like try to take off the bad habits and hey, get out. Like you are better than that. But many times, if someone inside a cage so long, they don't want to get out. Why? Because it is so comfortable.
Stockholm
right?
syndrome.
It's a mental block. And many people want to do
cage.
like this and this and this because no, I'm a ninja. I'm a good, right? But no, open your eyes again, listen again, open your heart again because you are better than that. That is my message, and he is good at break the door.
When she's talking about kata, she's not just talking about like katas from the scroll. It just means anything that becomes a kata. Like I show this, and you're like, we gotta do that kata, whatever that is. Touch your head 3 times and slap them. And you're like, oh man. You know, I'm trying. As we talk about, I did millions of kata. Official kata, unofficial kata, and I show something. I don't want it to become a kata. Fundamental movement is different. It's just fundamental movement. So you think about it like if you play keyboards, there's notes, there's scales, there's chords that are based on the scales. Those are basics. Then there's beginner songs, like when the Saints Go Marching In. A beginner song is not the basics. It's a beginner song. It may contain. Well, it will contain basics because all music contains basics, but it's not the basics. So people confuse beginner songs, katas, with basics. Basics are in there, and it's your job, if you use the katas, to find those basics. Many people don't. So like today I showed you Kukshenju's Jumanji Onikuraki, right? But that's, for me, that's just like, it's like 25 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I understand it didn't become something, the basic wasn't drawn out of that for people. The beginner's song, people could do. Do you understand? But they couldn't go play another song. They could do that beginner song, but they couldn't play another song from those basics. I don't care about the beginner songs or even advanced songs. What I care about is you get the basics. Then you can make your own music.
He give us formula. Formula.
It's a formula.
Yeah.
Here's the notes. Here's the scales. The chords are based upon the scales. It's mathematical. Here you go. Now go play. And you got to practice. I mean, you got to practice.
You can make your own music.
Yeah, that's right.
Your own art.
That's right.
That's Hatsumi Sensei
That's it.
said.
So right now, I'm just enjoying the shit out of you guys helping each other grow.
Oh.
I'm enjoying the shit out of that.
You make your own art, so that's what Hayes did.
So everyone says make it your own. Make it your own. Okay, let's bow out. You gotta bow out, right? Yeah.
You forgot. See, he always forget. The good news is, after we go back to Japan, he finally decided to teach at home too. Yay! Because always he avoided.
What am I doing? Get everybody to sign a birthday card.
Just getting volunteers.
Or we can do it at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his
just.
time is Monday before
I got it,
class.
So just watch this. This is. You should come to Japan. Come train with me wherever I am if you can. Great. But if you come to Japan, do what Dan did. Well, he came and stayed for 5 weeks, whatever, and then Dom was there. Other people were there. Were you there at the same time? The crossover? I don't know.
But I was close.
Close, right? So if you get 4 or 5 people, and we're just training our balls off.
Yeah.
It's like camp. It's like it used to be back in the 80s or 90s, right? You're like, we get together, we're like, well, we're gonna do a 10 o'clock session in the morning, whatever, and then we're doing an evening session.
Yeah,
and we have like,
go to home together.
so Dom's there, Dan's there. I think they did like 40 training sessions, you know what I'm saying? So it's just insane stuff. But so much fun and so much breakthrough, right? So if you come to Japan, and you should come to Japan, let me know. Let's try and organize so some of us are all together there at the same time, because it's fun as shit. And then we go and do stuff together too. Okay? And by the way, the best time is like spring and fall. October, November, right?
And every Monday is his
April,
class.
May.
Normally I will be there too. And he has a class in my dance studio every Tuesday night and Friday evening and Sunday evening too. I will be there. But the other Honbu, go with him. He normally do the translation.
Yeah. So I'm at the other classes too, like Nagato, Noguchi, not all of them, but we go and we have fun with that too. So let's bow out, shall we?
This way? That way?
Yeah, this way. Go this way. Robbie-kun, we're bowing out.
Robbie, bow this.
Okay. All right. Shikaramitsu Mitsu Daikomyo. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Wait, don't stand yet.
Photo.